And welcome to German Arms Oval in Hahndorf for Saturday night football. Hills Football League Division 1 A grade action. Big clash tonight. Hahndorf up against Nairne Bremer United. Of course, Hahndorf playing off in last year's grand final, ironically at Nairne against the Lobethal in the double extra time grand final. And the Rams' new coach this year, Dale Eichner, trying to get the Rams into the finals for the first. Say also other sponsors of the Hills Football League for 2023 include Police Credit Union, Closey Supermarkets, Sharon, Rossdale Homes, Sports Power, The Courier, Think Road Safety, West End and Sports Centre. And also like to say thanks very much to Sports Interactive Filming Footy who bring this great product, and Dartfish. And we got some Archie's thongs, Jack, at the end of the match for the player that we deem most effective, I suppose you'd say. Now we've got a special guest now. Hahndorf President Graham Kayser has joined us for pre-game here from German Arms Oval. Kays, big evening to start the season for Hahndorf. Can you just tell us what's going on this evening?
Thanks, Goldie. Thanks for having me, mate. Yeah, big day here at Hahndorf. We sort of, I guess it's been a long time coming. It seems like we only finished yesterday, but it's still a long time coming. Been a tough couple of weeks trying to get everything back into order. Yeah, big day, Ladies' Day here today, so the ladies will be enjoying some drinks and some food. Player auction this evening also after the game. Club presentations and club teas as always back at the club. So yeah, it's great to be back at it, mate.
Now, in terms of the lineup for this year, got some players returning and also a couple of recruits. Just in the lineup that Matt sent me anyway, Adam Trenorden, who's unfortunately not playing tonight, returning from Sturt. Matty Jensch returning. Jesse Landers from Uradler, handy in the ruck, of course. Jaron Mail back. James Tripodi back. Tom Babbage back as well. So, yeah. Anyone else to report? Well, there's a player debuting, understand, tonight, Kay, so we'll get to him shortly.
Yes, some great returns, mate, and obviously Yenchi back's a big one. We've lost keeper Nykamp and Nick Ingram, of course, are both gone. Adam Trenorden, that's a great pick-up for us. Jesse Landers has played some extraordinary footy in the trial, so quite looking forward from Jess. Jaron Mail, we all know what Jaron's like. He's a very good player. Yeah, Harry Tunkin's the boy that just come out of the blue Thursday night to training. He's actually known by Trent, so Shoreland, so we should have known that Trent wouldn't let that one go by. He's an ex-Glenelg player, was playing reserves last year and wasn't required for the reserves this year, so he's come back to join us. So yeah, great find, that one.
Jack.
And ahead of this exciting match, you'd be looking forward to your boys obviously looking to start the season on the right foot. Anything different that we can expect from your team this year? Is there any surprises you've got up your sleeve, or is it more of the same and looking to play that kind of football that saw you almost achieve the Holy Grail last season?
Yeah, Matt never changes things too much. It's always a pretty similar brand of footy. I guess with Jesse as our new ruckman, he'll be looking for a bit more run as the ruckman. With Yenchi back on that half-back line, it's certainly, he sets it up from the half-back line and just knows what to do with the ball. But no, I would suggest that we'll be playing pretty similar game to what we have been, so I can't see a lot of difference actually.
You're just talking on some of those players returning. Obviously, Jaron Mail, best on in the first of the block back in 2015, and the skipper James Tripodi of a premiership side, and Matthew Yench, best on in the grand final a few years ago and past premiership captain. So there's handy players returning.
Certainly is, Goldie. There's a fair bit of experience there too, which is good. Yeah, great to see James Tripodi back. James was a very good player for us and went away, obviously. So quite looking forward to all of those. So I still think Jess Landers is going to be the big find for us, and also young Trenorden when he's back. So no, we'll be right around the mark again, I think.
Now, what are you expecting from Nairne Bremer United this evening? They just missed out in the finals last year. I think we had Toddy Hire on a couple of years ago when he was president, in terms of sort of a similar way that the Rams and want to mould their club in terms of juniors right through. What are you expecting from them, coached by Dale Eichner, who got Torrens Valley to an A-grade grand final a few years ago?
Yeah, I think they'll be very competitive, Goldie. I think we sat here, as we said, 12 months ago, I think, and both presidents, and said we sort of try to mould our teams and our clubs both very similar. They'll be all right. They've recruited quite nicely. I'm not one that goes around looking at recruits, to be honest, so I can't really tell you who they got, but you hear words around, and Das obviously is a kingpin up forward, so he's going to be, we've got to hold him, but he's got to get the ball too, so hopefully we can stop that.
And across the league, of course, this year, lots of ins and outs as usual, and all the teams expecting a strong showing, as they've said in the pre-season, from an off the field and on the field perspective, I guess. What do you expect from the rest of the league this season, and how will you compete in that vicinity and show you're one of the best teams?
I think it's going to be a bit closer than everyone thinks. I see, like Onkers last night had an exceptional win over Mount Barker, and today I think I just heard you say Mount Lofty give, I'm not sure who they were playing, but Blackwood, give Blackwood a thumping. So, that's that shows that the competition is going to be pretty even. So, we won't get it all our own way, but the boys have worked hard. They've been training since we had 6 sessions before Christmas, and then they've been training since early January right through now. So they've been working hard, and hopefully we can get the spoils at the end of the year.
Now, Kays, we're talking to Graham Kayser here, Hahndorf president, of course. One of the great things that happened here at German Arms Oval in Hahndorf is the acknowledgement of life members with the coin toss. Can you just, the viewers out there, just tell us a little bit about what you do for each home match?
Yeah, each home match we introduce a life member to toss the coin. We can't really call them a tosser, but anyway, they present the presented with the coin and toss that at the game. And today is Stan Parker from Rossdale Homes, and Stan's been someone's got all my notes, but because I was doing this he had to do the intro, but Stan's been with the club for a long time, and he's one of our major partners. So juniors, yes, he was a junior coach with Johnny Humphries, and back in those days he's virtually started the rebuild of our junior program. So it's a great initiative put up by the Life Members Club.
All right, Kay, thanks very much for joining us. Sam, what a great story. Sam Williams back in the lineup, broke his leg last year, and now he's back in round 1.
Yeah, fantastic to see Sam. He's a very good captain, and he was in all sorts of strife at the end of last year, as we know. But he's back on deck, and he'll do us proud, I'm sure.
All right, Kay, it's a big night for you. Thanks very much for joining us.
Thanks for having me, and well done, guys. Keep up the good work. Thank you.
All right, we've got the coin toss here, Jack. Looks like Nairne Bremer United have won it, and they're kicking up the towards the ladies' night pavilion area.
Indeed, and our umpires in the middle, just noting them tonight too. centre umpires Tom McLean, Ashley Brooks and Andrew Barham. Boundary Mason Bethel, Cooper Morris, Holly Hutchinson and Max Borowski. And in the goals, Neville Clark and Jason Wren. Of course, the Hills Football League crew coached by Corey Bowen this season. So changes in the umpiring ranks. Hopefully a fantastic match by them and the two sides, obviously, this evening. As we look around the grounds earlier this afternoon, as the President Graham Casler alluded to, it was Mount Lofty by 81 points over Blackwood. Lobethal beat Echunga by 68 points, and New Radler took care of Ironbank Bridgewater Cherry Gardens by 89 points. So a few one-sided matches. Let's hope for a competitive fixture this evening, which it should very well be, Ben.
Yeah, thanks, Jack. Jack Moore and Ben Goldfinch tonight for this big clash, round one action from German Arms Oval. Thanks very much, Graham Casler, once again for joining us pre-game. Lights are on. So night football last night, Onkaparinga Valley up against Mount Barker, and night football tonight with Hahndorf and Nairne. Just like to say too, in that Echunga Lobethal match, which was brilliantly called by the great Peter Walsh, Mitch Carter got the Archie's thongs, which we're going to hand out to not necessarily the best player, but someone that captures our eye tonight, because getting the best players, subjective, I suppose you'd say, Jay.
Definitely so. I think if you've been training for 6 months, you've had your eyes on those thongs as the player of the game in the first match of the round. But look, those thongs are a quality piece of footwear. They are fantastic. Arch Support Archies going to our, I guess, objective or subjective, whichever way you like, best player on ground this afternoon. The crowds rolled in nicely. The cars are around, and it is, of course, Ladies' Day this afternoon here at the Hahndorf Football Club. So a fantastic crowd, and we are just about to get stuff underway. The first throw in the middle of the ground. These two sides looking to go at it for the first time in season 2023. Round one football. Thanks for joining us this afternoon. Saturday twilight. Here's Ben Goldfinch to kick us off. Round one footy.
Yeah, we'll mention the Hahndorf benches at the shortly, and also the Rams. Big match up to start off with. Rams best and fairest last year. Darcy Hourigan going head-to-head with Joel Leake. Scott Perling also lining up in defence against Archer Connolly. So we're ready for action here from German Arms Oval in Hahndorf. Rams looking for a fast start. I'll get to Jaden's stats shortly. Meantime, kick forward for the Magpies. Finds Xander. Good pirouette. Kick inside 50. Down there's Luke Roberts, and an early mark for the Magpies. The big fella, firefighter, and he's looking to kick the first goal for 2023 for Hahndorf. Good start.
Just watching there off the play as that kick came in long. He did the best body work early, took the opponent under the flight momentarily, and then got back to the landing spot and took a great contested mark.
So Luke Roberts, inside the opening minute, kicks the goal, similar to last night. Great start for the Magpies. Kick towards the scoreboard end, or Pine Avenue end, in this first quarter, and they kick the opening goal through their spearhead, Luke Roberts, Jack.
Exactly the start Hahndorf would have been after. A great takeaway, and they looked to use the wing in that first few moments, and the entry inside 50 caught Nan sleeping, and that's a bit of a mismatch, I think. A fantastic contest in the air, but the body work was equally as good, and as the umpire has the ball when we're ready to go again in the middle of the ground.
Just some stats. Hahndorf have never lost to Nan. Hahndorf's last loss at home was back in 2016, which means Matt Golding has never lost a home match as a coach of Hahndorf. I think they've only lost 4 matches under Matt, including last year's grand final. So free kick in the middle of the ground. He'll go here for the Rams. Got a few recruits in the lineup tonight, including Lockie Bailey, Damon Arnold, Smith, and Jamie Drew. So we'll see how they go. Meantime, Darcy Hourigan drops an early chest mark there. And that's a good tackle. Half forward line for the Rams, kicking towards the clubroom end in this first quarter. We've gone just over a minute. Landers wins it down. Archer Connolly on the left boot. Kick inside 50. Hourigan meeting the sandwich. There's the goat, Scott Perling. Didn't retire after last year's grand final. Went around again, and he releases across the defensive line. Magpies moving the ball forward through Jack Kleeman on the wing now. Here's Henry Pedler. Not the best kick, expect that, opening round. So the Rams trying to move the ball forward, bit of chain of hand pass. Intercepted though. That's a good tackle. Is that holding the ball? Yes, it is. So Smith, one of the new players in the Rams lineup tonight with the ball between both interchange benches, kicks the ball to the half forward line. Dangerous position, mopping up a half back line with Grivell. Good interception. Here's a chance for the Rams. Snap into the goal area, but that'll be a boundary throw in there, Jack.
Indeed, quality umpiring in the forward pocket as Radler head forward. 101s everywhere in that forward 50, which is really good to see. They've been obviously working on their forward setup over the past few months in the pre-seasons. The umpire has the ball in her hand. She comes in to ensure a fair ruck contest. It's thrown in. The two rucks go head to head. It's one down at the ground level. Strong tackle comes in. Ball spills towards goal, but it's cleared nicely from Hahndorf. Xander back there. Ball on the wing now as it trickles out for yet another boundary throw in. 1 goal, 6. Hahndorf, Nairne yet to score, but have looked quite damaging going forward. And I'll correct myself, no throw in. Last possession rule as the ball trickled out of bounds and be brought back in. Kick just inside forward 50. Great contest there, almost at the front. Connolly over his head. It trickles towards the boundary line and wrapped up in a strong tackle, and the umpire says that was out off hands and we'll throw it in.
So inside attacking 50 here for the Rams. Gone 3.5 minutes, opening quarter. Luke Roberts with the opening goal for the Magpies. Rams, Landers, flicks it over the back. Opens it up for the Rams though. Here's an opportunity. Flicking out the handball there was Hollow. Snap round the corner. That's one of the goals of the year so far. Sensational start. And they're on the ball first there, the Rams. Through Dalen Howe. That was fantastic.
He really put the Jets on there and caught Hahndorf sleeping. One thing you expect from Hahndorf is to be very defensively solid and mindful in their back 50, and Howe just split through, picked the ball up and snapped, and that instinctive kind of thinking is the way Nairne are going to not only stay competitive but push for a victory. They need to really play on it all at all opportunities and caught the defence napping.
Just noticed Cooper Hoff here is running the drinks for Hahndorf tonight. Of course, last year's leading goal kicker for the Magpies, just injured at the moment. Him along with a few other Hahndorf players should be back Anzac Day. Meantime, the ball is on the half forward line for Nairne, but it's repelled off the half back line for the Magpies, but that's cut off there by the skipper tonight is Knott. So big Knott on the wing, drives the ball to the half forward line. Rams getting repeat forward entry. Landers just having a little bit of issues early. Maybe the sunshine in the eyes there. Drops the mark inside 50 here for Nairne. Good response by them after Luke Roberts kicked the opening goal inside the opening minute. Purling, smothered, good intensity early, and the Rams win out. So they've got another shot at goal here. And this is Jamie Drew with the blonde locks coming across, I think from Raiders. Prior to that was Mount Lofty. So we look to kick the first goal second goal for the Rams consecutively in the last couple of minutes.
Real good chance, hit the front. And he put himself in the right spot too, and the umpire was right there to see the hold. And Drew will line up pretty much directly in front, roughly about 35 metres out. Marcus Sood as he approaches, light zephyr of breeze floating across the ground. As Williams stands the mark. No tactics on the mark, and unfortunately he's been pushed across the face of goal for a one behind as Nairne take the lead. 1-1-7 Hahndorf. That solitary goal as Nairne looked to defend nicely. He plays on out of the goal square, comes commentary side, and a strong mark on the wing there by Troy Parker-Burrs in the headgear, so we can distinguish him from his two brothers playing out there this evening. Alex to play on, umpire calls him accordingly, goes down the line to a strong contest and a bit of holding in the contest. Umpire says play on, all fair. Holding going on afterwards though, and that free kick against Hopgood going the way of Nairne.
Yeah, Ben Powell back at the lineup this season after winning premiership last year in Sturt's reserves. So Powell to true centre forward, Sheets betting, front position. Brought it down there to Connolly, looking to crumb the action. 55 metres out from Nairne's goal, and that's a good start by them, good response. Handy forward line with Hourigan and Drew down there. Archer Connolly obviously darting around with his skills. Handball out, Rogers involved. Snap round the corner for the Rams there by Connolly. Hourigan, all fair against Joel Leake, so it's inside 50. 25 metres out from goal with the marking there. Rams leading by 1 point.
Ball goes up, comes back down, strong in the ruck contest there by Nairne. Really good body work. And the quick clearance out of the ruck contest comes towards 50 out from goal. First there, Hahndorf. They like to run the ball off half back. This time the handball goes to ground. It's in dispute. Great ground ball get there by Nairne as they go inside forward 50, but it's turned over only as far as the Hahndorf defender as he works it out towards the outer side. Ball kicked down the wing to a 2-on-1 more or less as the Hahndorf player tried to guess the crumbing motion of the ball and guessed incorrectly, and it's held up for a ball up on the outer side. It's a beautiful night for football here at the Hahndorf Football Club on this Saturday twilight fixture in round 1 of the Hills Footy League. The ball's in dispute and wrapped up once again as the umpire lets them play for a few seconds but decides to puts his hand over his chest and call for a ball up. Nairne by a point. Umpire resumes play. Strength in the ruck contest. 1 to ground. Plenty of ground balls. Early stages picked up and strong tackling. Really strong pressure. It's one thing, Ben, that you'd expect after a strong pre-season and a long pre-season. The strength and tackling would be there, and it has been in the early stages.
Yeah, good call, Jack. So the Rams looking to move the ball down the other end of the ground. Meantime, it's half forward line now for Hahndorf. Good start to this one. As I said, Hahndorf haven't lost at Pine Avenue or German Arms Oval since 2016. Could it be tonight? We'll find out. Nairne Bremer United go forward once again. Hourigan drops the chest mark against Joel Leake. That's a good match up. Here's Sheets. 1-on-1 versus Perling in the pocket. Handballs it out to Nick Yench under the pump. 2-on-1 contest. With plenty of pressure in this one early. Here's Sheets once again going at it. Squirts a kick out, and that'll be a boundary throw in, I reckon. Bang on 50. Nairne Bremer United 1 goal 1. Goal scorer for them was Dalen Howe with a ripper, and Luke Roberts with the opening goal inside a minute. So Rucks will go at it here. Xavier Parker Bors along with his brother Joel and also Troy tonight in the lineup. Couple of Hopgoods as well. Speaking of which, there was Dylan, stripped of it though. Good smother. Gee whiz, this is a high octane footy to start with. Good start.
That tackling pressure is intense in the early stages. Both teams looking to stake a claim. Round 1 footy, of course, in the Hills Football Leagues. The ball's 1 to ground. Once again, the strong body work comes in, and Hahndorf show their nous with having a man outside of the play. Going down long towards forward 50 now, as the ball spills towards the hands in the long sleeves, and he goes down towards the goal scorer. It's offline, looking perhaps long. Caught in two minds whether he went to a teammate. That was Ben Salt. As Nairne looked to bring the ball back into play. Scores level once again. Hope you're enjoying all the action on Filming Footy in the Hills Football League. Playing on out of the goal square is Nairne. Long kick using the wind. It just breaks the hands of the Hahndorf midfielder there. It's taken by Yench, I think it was, out of the midfield. Really using his run carry and shows all his experience in that kick. And the open hands of Henry Pedler gleefully accepts that. He'll go back on a very tough angle. 44 out.
Yeah, made his A-grade debut last year. Really made a name for himself up in the forward line for the Magpies. Earned a grand final spot, so he'd be looking for a big second full season in the A-grade.
As he approaches, it's a distinct approach. He looks to just push it towards the right-hand side, and the lead is maintained by Hahndorf. Well, they're in the lead now, weren't before, not maintained. 1-2-8 and 1-1-7 as Nairne once again looked to bring the ball back into play. Last time looked to take the ball straight down the middle of the ground and attack German Arms Oval. This time it goes to a 2-on-1 fair contest in the air, 1 to ground, and the ball in dispute. Once again it's won nicely. The body work is intense. Falls to the back as he tiptoes the boundary line, but he stays in nicely. Again, Yench, ball smothered, kicked up in the air, up and down as the bodies fly in. There's no option, and the umpire decides, yep, you took the tackle on. It's a free kick to Hahndorf as they look to re-enter forward 50.
Yep. Premiership captain James Tripodi from a few years ago, back in the lineup this season, drives the ball forward for the Magpies. Once again, Nairne's defence clears the ball out to the wing. They've got an opportunity here for the pace of Harry Hollow. Can he collect it tight on the boundary? No, he can't. And it's out of bounds, centre wing out of sight. 12 minutes gone, Hahndorf 1-2, Nairne Bremer United 1-1. Goal kickers in the match so far, Dalen Howe, as I said, and Luke Roberts. Since then, it's been a real arm wrestle. Periods for Nairne in the forward line. Down here at the moment, we've got Jamie Drew, Archer Connolly, Darcy Hourigan, purling the, kind of playing that loose in front of Darcy role. Here's Hourigan. We speak of him. Last year's best and fairest for Nairne. Gets a handball out. Kicked forward by Freeman. Connolly's around the action. Here's Jensch. Good tackle. Stripped of it, though, was the Nairne player. And meantime, Hahndorf cleared the ball out to the wing. Xander. Good spoil. Ball hits the decks with Dursky, I think it was. Xander handballs out to Kleeman. He snaps the ball around the corner. High ball. Gee, that's real high, right to half forward line. Good courage there. Nairne player wins the free kick.
Umpiring has been spot on early in this match. And the teams are fair. Great contest out on the outer wing. Roberts goes to ground over the football. He's dragged that ball in. Umpire waiting, and successfully pinging him for a free kick. You can't dive in the ball. Play on. You're ready to take the early advantage. Then, I should say, take the early advantage. Getting the teams mixed up, excuse me. As Hahndorf come away and is taking great mark on the wing by Tunkin. He plays on quickly to Roberts in the orange boots. If you're going to worry him, you've got to be good. And the kick hits the target. Ben Salt takes the mark, plays on towards goal. He's just pushed it across the face. Well within his rights to have a shot for goal in that situation as Hahndorf extend the lead out 1-3. Salt really taking the game on in these early stages, and both teams will only get an inch of space, looking to play on at all costs and find a one-on-one if they possibly can.
Mark across half back, Ben Powell. Extremely handy inclusion this year for the Rams. Sponsors today for Hahndorf, Rossdale Homes, Harcourt Adelaide Hills, Hagen Menzels. And that's out of bounds on the full. And of course, the Rams, Salute Better Solutions, Closey's, Cube Logistics, Howard Vineyards and Hahndorf Old Mill. Gets the match day sponsors for the Hills Football League shortly. Meantime, Xander drives the ball to half forward line. Luke Roberts was the intended target. Good pick up. Rams once again. Almost work selling the candy. Great second effort. We'll pick up that player shortly. Meantime, Jamie Drews dropped what he should have taken. Meantime, he's wrapped up by the returning skipper and Sam Williams. That's holding the ball. I think that player also was Damon Arnold, who's just a new player in the Rams lineup, just doing a nice double take there for the Rams. Meantime, the skipper back in the lineup of a broken leg last year, Sam Williams.
Williams showing strength in that tackle to take the Nairne player down, really showing leadership in that particular situation. Kick, meanwhile, goes down the line. About 15 metres in from the boundary line, umpires spotted a hold at the back of the contest going the way of Hahndorf. Assault, he started the game on fire. Peppers the ball. 20 metres out from goal. Great contest, and he goes up and he brings it down. Beautiful mark from Landers. Didn't take his eyes off the football once as that came towards him. Had his name written all over it, made it his. He'll go back and he'll try to convert.
Yeah, handy recruit, obviously, coming across from Urala this season. And let's see how he goes with his first shot at goal for Hahndorf.
As he approaches, can he convert? An early contender nomination for Mark of the Year. He can't. It's across the face. And Hahndorf, well, they've had 3 or 4 chances, not directly in front, but by their standards, by their high premiership seeking standards, quite easy attempts on goal, and they could be 3 or 4 goals clear at the current time. So Nairne need to maintain possession. They've tried a couple of ways of bringing the ball back in, one down the middle of the ground, one trying to maintain possession. Neither have worked so far. What will they do this time? It's a short kick and a smart option. Into the back pocket.
Yeah, just sponsors again for Hills Football League tonight. Police Credit Union, Closey Supermarket, as Nick Jensch takes the mark. Sharon, Rossdale Homes, Sports Power, The Courier, Think Road Safety, West End Sports Centre, and of course special thanks to Sports Interactive, Filming Footy, Dartfish for the great live stream footage we've got tonight, and all season long on the Hills Football League. Mark, as Jensch takes the mark, and Archie's for we're going to give a pair of thongs out at the end of the game as Matthew Jensch takes the mark, half back line.
Jensch goes down the line, looking for a contest once again, as Hahndorf looking to play to their strength, outnumbering and outsizing the Nairne players in most contests. Picked up and almost a free kick, but he got it out to Diori. He didn't in the end. as Tunkin decided he just bit off more than he could chew in that particular situation.
On debut tonight, as we talked about, from Glenelg.
Looking to make an impact, and on that occasion, not successfully, but he gets an immediate chance to right the wrongs of a few seconds earlier with a fantastic little short dabbing kick. But you've got to be in the right place at the right time, Ben, and as you said, on debut, this would be his first goal in Hahndorf colours. This would be a fantastic way to make your debut and just shatter a few of the nerves he must have had coming into this encounter.
Yep, bit of background at Millicent, I understand, and Glenelg has a shot at goal, and Magpies just struggling at the moment with the goal kicking. They go to 1-5. Their only goal kicker at the moment is Luke Roberts. 1-1 for the Rams. Early contender for goal of the year from Dale and Hound. Meantime, Archer Connolly taking a mark on the half-back line. Usually plays across that forward line. Extremely talented left footer. As I say, that kicks into the man on the mark. Jaron Mail back in the line-up for the Magpies this year. Here's the goat purling. Double tackled, and yes, I was going to say holding the ball. Ball spilled out there. So the Rams, Connolly looking for the ball as he runs past. Goes short, finds the skipper tonight in Brock Knott. So Knott, he'll drive the ball inside 50 for the Rams after the Magpies missed a few down the other end. Oh, Darcy Hurrigan went up, attempted one of the marks of the year. A little bit frustrated there, isn't he? Good early look at it by Dart.
Oh, you got to go for the one. You got to go for everything. Sometimes you can't mark what you don't attempt. Just noticed in the last few minutes that Hahndorf have dropped to 7th defender back, so a loose man in defensive 50 helps them clear through the ex-Adelaide Crow, and Jensch back this season with Hahndorf looking to win the flag and have more success at this club he was at before entering the AFL. Ball on the outer wing. We've just ticked over under 19 minutes played in this first quarter, and on the balance of play, Hahndorf would be pretty happy with the way they've possessed and entered their forward half, but on the scoreboard it's only a 4-point advantage as the ball gets thrown in one more time. Great body work on the outer side, and now they can clear. It's Williams with a long kick towards forward 50. It goes in. Is he dragged down in the ruck contest? And the marking contest, I should say he is, and the umpire awards a free kick. And Roberts will take it. Had himself in the front position, and you don't win free kicks the majority of the time anyway if you're not in the front position. And Roberts lining up for his second of the evening. He's really keeping Hahndorf with potency in that forward 50. Great positioning, but once again off to the right hand side and doesn't score. So another wasted opportunity as they go forward. And 1 goal 5, Hahndorf 11 to 1 goal 1 7. Quick play on out of defensive 50 now as Nairne look to attack the outer side. Coming towards Jensch, who goes up. There's a push though earlier. And the free kick will go the way of Nairne. They look to enter their forward 50.
Yeah, push out there. Jesse Landers against Connolly. He goes to the handball. Kick forward for the Rams. Not the best kick. That's cut off there by Braden Hopgood. He's going to look inboard, is he? Into the middle of the ground. Or will he go down past the interchange bench for the Rams? Goes further afield, half forward line. It's a long kick inside 50. Dangerous position here for the Rams defence. They're fumbling around with it. Good tackle there by Ben Sold. As Jack said, he's had a good start to the match. Had a little bit of a go down at the Crows in the SNFL a few years ago. Extremely athletic player in that Magpies forward line. Good tackle against Jaron Mayo, and that's holding the ball for the Rams, and they're away here.
And they are on the commentary side as they come inside 50 again. That extra number. Oh, great body work. Oh, I thought it might have been in the side. The umpire disagreed. Free kick will be going the way of the 19 in Leak as he looks to survey his options. And Hahndorf, happy with playing a bit of possession football. Goes sideways. Finds Mail coming out of defence. Gribble it is. Sorry, apologies. As the ball trickles back towards the forward 50 arc for Nairne. They look to pick it up and go long. All by himself, screaming for it is Drew. Can he fly? He does! Well, we got both hands too. The umpire said no. Crumbed quickly off the back, but it's going to be all the way out of bounds from Archer Connolly. Hahndorf will look to take the ball and move down the field.
Yeah, just a jumper change here, Jack. Gribble 33, Jaron Mail's number 4. So we'll fix that one up. Meantime, half forward line for the Rams. Rupchik kicks the ball high. Jamie Drew or Darcy Hurrigan or Perling. Ball crumbed by Yench. Will he use the goal line? No, he wheels around on the right boot and straight down a Ram's throat. Good spoil there by Landers. Good attack on the ball there. Is that holding the ball? No, it's not. Kurt Waterman around the action. Sam Williams saying, oh, surely that was holding the ball. But it's not. So meantime, half forward line. Ben Powell lurking around the area here. He collects it off the ruck contest. Ball smothered. Here's Xander. Goes to Parker Boers. Is that holding on? Yes, it is. Free kick for the Rams. So I reckon it'll be a shot here for the youngster in Willis, high flyer. Opportunity kick the Rams second and put them in front after Hahndorf missed 5 plus an out in the full.
We tick well into time on, so this is a real chance for Nairne to get their noses in front on the cusp of quarter time. Notice Willis attack the footy hard and be at the base of a few packs so far this quarter. Has a chance now, courtesy of the umpire and courtesy of his good work and hard attack to reap the rewards, but only takes a portion of the cake, and it's a behind as the ball goes across the face of goal. 1-2 for the visitors, Nairne, as Yench looks to play on. Eyes went one way, he kicked the other. Bit of holding in the contest, both teams. Umpire says all fair in love and war, and the boundary umpire says I'll take it and throw it over my head. Boundary throw in on the commentary side. Just ticked over 23 minutes here at the German Arms Oval. Round 1 Hills footy. Saturday twilight. A fascinating encounter as Hahndorf take on Nairne. Great ruck contest. Umpire says play on. Ball comes. At the fall of it is Williams, the captain, leading from the front so far. Really big hit. Landers went in hard in the headgear there and picked up towards the forward 50 now. It's hurried forward. Really trying to get it forward, but Hahndorf used their 7 defender and that loose man effectively on this occasion and clear it. But up the field it means they rely on their run and their strength, and they're out. Duncan towards goal. The kick goes. Oh, it's just spilled at the last moment. It was a real opportunity for a shot on goal at least, but it comes to nothing. Strong tackle, and taken in it is Wimpress. But nothing doing. It's a ball up.
Yeah, I thought the ball was going to pop out there to Jaron Mail into goal, but here he is, as I say. Just on quarter time, had an opportunity, squeezed out the boot, and what an interesting quarter there, Jack. 1-5 Hahndorf, Nairne Bremer United 1-2. Only 2 goals kicked for the quarter. I'll pass it to you, Bronte. Bronte Hoff has joined us, Nairne Bremer United president here at quarter time. Luke Roberts, goal kicker for Magpies, and Dalen Howe with the ripper just in front of us here. So at quarter time it's 1-5 Hahndorf, Nairne Bremer United 1-2, and straight into the continuation of having chats to the president. We had a chat to Graham Kaiser, now it's Nairne Bremer United president Bronte Hoff. Bronte, firstly your thoughts on the first quarter. Beautiful conditions here.
Yeah, good conditions, mate. It's good. It's red hot. It's pretty contested out there, so fingers crossed we can keep that intensity up.
How's it been? Obviously, new coach, Dale Eichner, but he's been involved for the Rams for a few years now. So just, your thoughts on Dale and what he brings to the team this year.
Oh, look, Dale's a true professional. Work rate's what he brings. He's organised, he's committed. I've been involved for a few years. I haven't seen a coach that puts in the effort like Dale does.
You've got some handy players in the lineup this year. A few of them on debut tonight. Lockie Bailey, I believe. Damon Arnold. Hannah Smith. We'll get that one right. Jamie Drew lining up in the forward line with the nice blonde locks there. And, of course, handy player returning in Ben Powell. So how are they settled in?
Yeah, great to have Powley back. He's going to be fantastic. Doing a different role than what he used to. He's going to have a go through the mid, so we got a bit of a bigger body. Drew's been outstanding. I'm not sure about that head, but he's just going to add another dimension. That if they want to double team Darcy, well, I think that he's one, and Archer's another one up there. He's been with us for a while, but he's still a young kid who's 19. He's going to be great. Lockie Bailey, haven't seen anything of him yet, but he's been outstanding on the field. Damon Arnold's, I reckon, is a good smoky. I think it's a great pick up. And Hannes, he's fantastic. He shifted into town a couple of years ago, so we've been working on him for a while. So he's going to be a solid contributor down back.
Joined by Bronte Hoff here, Rams President Jack Moore.
And being new to Hills footy myself, I have noticed a lot of talk around your club, a lot of excitement, I guess, about the next steps for you guys. Obviously, the third or fourth year of a build now. Is it something that you're looking to obviously play finals, but what is the end goal for you guys? Are you modelling your club, your play on any particular club, or are you looking to add a few different dimensions that we haven't quite seen prior in the league?
Oh, look, as a club, we've got to model it on Hahndorf. They've done it well. We're fortunate we're in a growing township, a growing area. What we want to do is focus on our juniors. We want to develop our players, we want to develop our juniors, but we also want to develop them to be the best people they can be. So the difference that we're going to try and bring in that's probably not as highlighted. I think all clubs look at it. We've put on a player welfare and leadership director, and it's going to be a really big focus for the club. But yeah, we model it on Hahndorf. Our vision's bold, our vision's big. We want to be the number one club in the HFL.
Jaden J. Hill from the Courier and also Call It a While. He's going to have a chat to the Pill family at some stage for a bit of a yarn in terms of volunteering and whatnot and what people bring to the club. Those unsung heroes that are behind the scenes at football clubs. Yeah, you've got plenty of them, obviously.
Yeah, we're fortunate. We've got a great bunch of volunteers. I think the grand final last year, seeing that it's not just around the club, it's around the community. We had sporting clubs, we had the CFS, we had the Lions Club, we had everyone pitching in to make sure that Nan did it well. The Pills you touched on, I mean, just workhorses, as simple as that. They do whatever's needed, and they just love it. So, Dave's the head trainer, has been for a long time. We don't have an issue there. He coaches the under-16s. Grand final day, he was out there at 4 a.m. pumping water out. So Megan does the most amount around the club and has done for a long time. So trying to get her to back it up a bit because it might scare off some people if she ever retires, but she does an amazing amount of work.
Hahndorf haven't lost here since 2016. Matt Golding never lost a game as coach at Hahndorf. What's your predictions for the rest of the match?
Goldie, I just hope that we're very competitive. We've built really well over the pre-season. We've been building probably for the last few years, not just in the A grade but as the club. So our goal is to play finals. We'd love to finish in the top three, and if we can be competitive against Hahndorf, we think we'll go a long way towards that.
Bronte Hoff, enjoy the rest of the night.
Thanks, Goldie. Thanks, guys.
Alrighty, there we go. Quarter time. Hahndorf 1-5. 1-2. Oh, just getting a photo here from Roy Liebich. Bronte, you want to get involved? There we go. There we go. Fantastic. So big second quarter coming up. See how the Rams go. They're kicking towards the Pine Avenue end. It'll be Landers in the ruck. Up against Brock Knott. Get to the sponsors again shortly. A lot of excitement in that first term. Only 2 goals, but lots of activity. Is not smothered, but it's kicked forward once again there for the Rams by Freeman. And a good cut-off mark, half-back line for Hahndorf. Their defence was under the pump periods there, but having Matthew Yench obviously back there this season, very handy, mopping up across that half-back line. Magpies working the ball along that interchange wing. That's holding the ball. Good start by the umpires tonight, I reckon.
On it early, which is fantastic to see. You really need to see some leniency, but if they make the ball their objective, they should be rewarded. And players that take a bit long keep the ball in motion. It's really good to see. As the ball was inside forward 50 for Nan, but it's one away there by Hahndorf, and it's taken in once again in the long sleeves and going towards about 20 metres out from goal. Great contest down there again. Hourigan does well. Ball at his feet though, and trickles out.
Yeah, sponsors: Hills Football League, Police Credit Union, Closey Supermarket, Sharon, Rossdale Homes, Sports Power, the Courier, it's a shot for Hourigan, meantime, Think Road Safety, West End and Sports Centre, and Sports Interactive Filming Footy and Dartfish, bringing to tonight's round 1 clash between the Rams and Hahndorf from Pine Avenue, or German Arms Oval, as Hourigan in the pocket, last year's best and fairest winner He's clicked plenty of goals from that area for the Magpies previously. Recruited to the Nairne a few years ago. Wheels around on that left boot. Cross the face of goal. And that's out of bounds on the full. And we'll get to it. The sponsors also for either club shortly as Jack Moore gets us back underway here with Hahndorf 1-5, Nairne Bremer United 1-2 as the ball is punched out of bounds there by Smith.
Strong punch for one of the new signings. The umpire has decided it was already out of bounds in the full, so it's going to be a Hahndorf free, or perhaps some holding in the contest. Looking to go down the line once again to a strong one-on-one at the back. Brilliant mark over the top by Waterman, who comes down a little bit worse for wear. He's entitled to take a few seconds after that brilliant grab at half back as the umpire tells him to hurry up, and it's an interesting kick, goes inside the middle of the ground. It was risky, but Ben Powell made it work. Running by 16 Wimpress there as the ball instead goes towards forward 50, and once again coming out to meet it. Hourigan got hands to it. It's fierce at the ground level as the ball's in dispute. It's taken by handball and picked up at the back of the pack. Kicked down towards the line, and Hahndorf looking to attack and attack quickly. It's going to be a one-on-one. Nairne have a couple of defenders getting back. Hands to it. 13 there. Ben Salt once again started beautifully, but Nairne looked to take it out, but ball smothered fantastically on the kick at ground level. He hasn't dove on that football, so it should be a ball up. Perhaps got one higher. The umpire was blindsided. Great attack from both teams as Hahndorf looked to lock it in. As soon as Hahndorf recognised a one-on-one in forward 50, they were happy to go towards that contest as Nairne win the ball. But Hahndorf are going to bring it straight back in. Bit of holding going on in the back, but one-on-one at the front was Schmidt, and he lays a fantastic follow-up tackle. The ball is loose and cleared out of there towards the middle of the ground. The bigger ruckman there takes the ball down. Ball one, forward of off-centre. Quick handballs, and kick comes in, and all by himself in the lead is Jamie Drew. He'll go back and go for goal.
Xander, that's right. That's the respective number 11s. It's all right. It's all right. So Magpies an opportunity here in the second term to kick the first goal. Good work there by Jack. Ben Salt looking to lead. So Xander kicking the ball here for Hahndorf. Bang on 50 towards the tennis court end of the ground. Pedler's the target, or is it Luke Roberts? Ball didn't quite go to the Crummers. Ball stripped over. Dangerous position here for the Rams. They're desperately trying to clear it. Rupchik, nice work. Eventually they got it out there. Arnold, as we said, one of the recruits this year. Powell went through his mitts. Joel Parker-Bors, can he make him pay? Right to the line. Pedler will force the issue with a bit of courage. Ball spills, and eventually it's rushed through for a minor score. So nice work there by Pedler, last line, to force at least a rush behind, and makes the Rams kick the ball in. Good game of football so far. Powell against Parker-Bors, coming through as Grivell. Gets it off to the skipper, Sam Williams. Got the handball out. Here's Mail, now wearing number 33, just to make it even more confusing. Swiderski got it to Powell. High pressure football. Perling, or floating across there, was Joel Leake. At the back of the bus, here's Kleeman for the Magpies. He goes to half forward. Powell once again coming through. Gee whiz, like finals intensity out there at the moment. Joel, and that's holding the ball. So whose position is Swiderski? So Liam Swiderski with the ball, half back line. One of the talented youngsters starting to really take it up a cog now in A-grade football.
Tried to force his way through. Umpire wasn't having it. And the ball comes commentary side and finds Damon Arnold. As Nairne look to just hold possession. A few nervy moments in the past few minutes for Nairne as they look down the line once again. It's becoming out in this game for Nairne as they reload Hahndorf and kick towards the centre of the ground. Umpires decided there was a hold. Free kick going the way of Luke Roberts. He'll look to reload once again, calling for it long. There's a couple of Hahndorf attackers. Great contest. Ball falls to ground. They're over it. At it again. It's hard. High intensity around 1 footy. In the pocket. Xander with the cross step. Like I was watching a game of NBA there. He went one way and then the other. Bit of a crossover move.
Yeah, maybe could have gone inboard there to Xavier Parker-Bors, but had a shot tied on the boundary line. Gone through for a minor score. So Hahndorf have won 7 now. Also had an out in the full job in that first term. Nairne 1-2. Only 5 points the margin. Arnold, he's around the area. Luke Roberts shovels a handball out to big man Jesse Landers. No Daniel Roberts tonight, so Landers having to do it all by himself. Meantime, Xander kicks the ball forward, and here's Henry Pledler. So he should kick a goal from this area. And nice work there. As I said, a few players out for Hahndorf tonight. I'll get to that shortly as Jack will take us through the kick here from Pedler.
Had Nairne at 6s and 7s. That's what happens when you get the ball in quick and long after that minor score. And Nairne looking to get back on their men as Pedler comes in, converts from straight away, and adds the second goal of Hahndorf's evening. They would feel they should have a few more than 2 on the board, that's for sure. 2 goals, 7-19, leading Nairne 1 goal, 2-8. Lead extends to 11 points, and not that it's a dangerous margin by any means, but it's one that if Nairne aren't too careful and Hahndorf get their kicking boots on, could extend.
Just a quick one here, Jack. Trent Mail, Sam Hayden, Daniel Roberts, Jake Leake and Cooper Hoff, and also Drew Norton, all likely to come back in the Hahndorf's lineup for Anzac Day. So a few handy players back in the lineup. Meantime, we're back in the middle. Jesse Landers going head-to-head with Brock Knott.
Some brilliant names, especially Drew Norton from Sturt, of course, joining this Hahndorf lineup in round 2 of Hills Footy League. The umpire throws it up, comes back down, Landers out of the midfield again, quick hands, playing that wing roll beautifully, and it goes towards 25 out from goal directly in front, playing a free kick in front as Nairne take it towards the boundary line. It was good body work from Roberts. He wanted the free kick. Meanwhile, the clearing kick came towards the lap of Ben Salt, and he has started this game on fire. Must be the long sleeves on a cool night. He'll line up as the rush kick out of defence. How often do we see that, where you just whack it on the boot, ill-directed, hurried and panicked, and it's a turnover, and Salt will look to take full toll. Already had a few opportunities. Perhaps this end is the tonic. Umpire doesn't even move. Ben Salt goes back and converts nicely for Hahndorf. And they're third on the board. And as I was mentioning just earlier, wouldn't quite say floodgates, but Hahndorf are looking to make their forward 50 entries pay in this quarter. 3 goals, 7 on the board now. And their last 2 forward 50 entries have resulted in goals. And have also resulted in a bit of panic from the Nairne back 6, so they'll be looking to get themselves back on track. If it was basketball, you'd imagine the coach might be calling a timeout right about now.
Good point. 3-7, as Jack said. Hahndorf, goal kickers tonight for them. Luke Roberts, Ben Salt and Henry Pedler. So the big 3 in the forward line as Jensch cleverly earns a free kick there, having his experience across that half-back line. Had a bit of a go at Bridgewater Callington last year, also Country Victoria with Kyle Cheney back at the Magpies this year. Meantime, that's a turnover. Ball shoveled out. Just a little bit of a panic work there for the Rams. Not quite clear and crisp with their ball movement. Their goal scorer so far, only Dalen Howe, early in that first term. Boundary throw-in. Good umpiring so far. Jesse Landers snaps the ball cleverly in a way. Here's the new player tonight in Tunkin, and it's a free kick against him. So Arnold, short pass taken by Jensch. We know what he can do on his left foot. Looks to Drew, goes further afield. High fly will be Connolly, but Landers. No Daniel Roberts tonight doing the rucking, as I said. Recruit from Uradler. Short pass, ball hit the deck. That's Jaron Mail now, 33. Squeezes the ball out. I think that's Xander out there. Goes further afield. Magpies looking to move the ball on the interchange when. Here's Jaron Mail, 2015 best on in the grand final. That's gone out of bounds. Just around from the Rams coaching staff. Dale Eichner. Be looking for a response here. Nairne 1-2. Hahndorf 3-7. 11 minutes gone. Second quarter.
Irresistible ball movement off that half-back for Hahndorf in that last little passage of play. They look to repel this latest Nairne attack. Diving on the ball there, but perhaps both players from both teams had their hands equally on the footy, and the umpire decides that is the case. Balls it up. Great ruck contest. Really strong both rucks so far this evening. As the ball was won on the outer side, momentarily, ball to boot, strong tackle, taken down, umpire's ball once again. Just get the feeling Hahndorf were told to back themselves at quarter time. They play with an air of confidence in this second quarter. Deserving confidence after, of course, making the grand final of the Hills Footy League last season and not succeeding, but coming very close and couldn't get close to last season. Of course, for Hahndorf, losing in extra time of that grand final was Nairne. Meanwhile, with a free kick on the outer wing. This will be an inside 50. The wind tricky to pick up, and this might be better advised heading towards the teeth of goal. But he's coming and approaching this kick on the tightest of angles like he is, attacking the goal face. It's going to fall short. Contest down there to hands, but Hahndorf repel nicely, and that confidence is on show.
Certainly is. Middle of the ground. Here's Luke Roberts. What can he do? One-on-one contest. Good pressure from Roberts against two Rams. Gets it out to Duncan. I've liked his work. Kick ball. Bit of a Hail Mary sort of work. Xander opens it up. Arching the back there nicely. For the Rams was Howe, who kicked the goal in that first term. He clears the ball for the Rams from the half-back line. Magpies looking to hold the ball up here. Good work by Joel Parker-Bors, but it comes out to Powell. Ben Powell just managed to get a handball away, said the umpire. Archer Connolly eventually opens up for the Rams in the middle of the ground by betting. Sheets kicks the ball forward. Here's Harry Hollow looking for some support. No, he's not. He's going to go his own way, and he's going to kick towards Hourigan. Is that holding on? And the umpire says that way. So eventually, Jack, they got the player out there betting, got the ball forward. Nice work by Hollow and Darst from a similar position he was before. Hourigan got a shot here for the Rams second.
Hourigan, a real handful down there. Really winning the battle of strength whenever it comes his way. Whenever they can get a one-on-one with Hourigan, they'd be well advised to kick it in his direction, because every single time it appears so far, if he's not taking the mark, he's at least winning the ball to ground, where Nana, well served by their small forwards, a line-up. Brother regulation conversion, and the second goal of this twilight footy matchup on the board for Nairne as they look to close the margin and just take a bit of the air out of the Hahndorf balloon, as it was inflating nicely and the confidence was coming with it too for Hahndorf as they look to kick away. Happy and content to be one-on-one around the ground too, Nairne.
Yeah, just the sponsors once again. Salute Better Solutions, Closey's, Cube Logistics, Howard Vineyard and Hahndorf Old Mill for the Rams. Head along there after the match at the Old Mill in Hahndorf. Rossdale Homes for Hahndorf, Harcourts, Adelaide Hills, Hagen and Menzel are the match day sponsor, and Hogan Insurance Solutions. And we'll get to the Hills Football League sponsors shortly. So back in the action here. Good response there to the Rams. Here's Sheets betting, got the handball away. Potent work here. Here's Arnold. Bronte Hoff talked about him at quarter time. He's doing some nice things. Kick forward for the Rams, but a good mark there by Joel Leake. Next to Darcy Hourigan. Kicked that last goal for the Rams. 15 minutes gone. Hahndorf in the second quarter leading 3-7. Rams 2-2. And that's gone out of bounds on the full. So the Rams once again with an opportunity here to kick the ball forward. So Harry Hollow just wipes the ball. A few long sleeves out to their night, and he goes to the handball. Oh, eventually it's sort of kicked forward. Not really. It's smothered. Willis on the left. The GOAT, Perling, takes the mark, defensive fifth. So not the best transition play there for the Rams as the Magpies clear to Jaron Mail.
The first to release them up the conditions nicely, Hahndorf, as they look to attack their goals in their second quarter. Salt has it again. He's come all the way back to half-back for a possession, but doesn't need to go anywhere for a touch this evening. He's been one of the best for Hahndorf so far. He looks to play the percentages and go down the outer wing. It's a ruck contest. It's a marking contest once again by the ruckman, I should say, as it comes to the middle. And here go the Rams as they look to go forward once again. It's kicked down towards the forward 50 and about 10 metres out from goal as Hahndorf look to repel once again on the outer side, though it's all Rams. As Hollow, if he can keep it in, has a quick handball and looks to find Arnold, I think it is there. He's taken a ground. Hollow goes in again. Umpire says as he was taken in ground, did not have possession of the footy, and it'll be a free kick to Damon Arnold. Has Hollow for a quick handball, likes to play on. Hahndorf play, well done, getting their hands across. Didn't quite smother, but put pressure enough on the kick. In the middle of the ground now as the Rams can use their handball game to perfection. 2-on-1 in defensive 50. Strong golden fist there at the back by Leake. That's Hahndorf. Run it away and take it out aside.
Yep, Troy Parker balls, getting the ball to Jaron Mail. He goes back to the skipper and Sam Williams. Nice handball to Yench. He can kick the ball now inside 50 at a long, strong right boot. Now's about that play. Luke Roberts, champagne footy from the Magpies. That's how they do it. Ben Salt finishes, as Jack Moore says, one of the players of the night so far. Absolutely sensational football from the Magpies.
Just when you think you've got a chance on the outer wing, barely 30 seconds earlier with Nan looking to push it inside 50. One little mistake. It was only about 30 metres out from their attacking goal when Hahndorf, the cream rising to the top slowly. Took them about a quarter or so to get their confidence up and their skills in this awkward time of day. You've got to say, most matches are played in the middle of the afternoon, but it looks like now Hahndorf have looked to rise above, and that was just creamy footy. Back in the middle, taken down. Strong tackling in the middle, driven into the ground by Parker Burrs. It comes out now, finds his brother. Handball, kick, nicely done. Is that Mail or Gribble? I don't know anymore. It's into forward 50. 40 out from goal as the ball trickles towards the boundary line. Hahndorf, the confidence to pick it up and run onto it. Bit too much confidence, but the handball comes out in the end. Diving on the ball first there as the umpire decides that the ball came out momentarily and then trickled back in. Be a ball up. About 40 out on a 45-degree angle. Conditions beautiful. Light zephyr of breeze going across the ground towards the commentary side. Ruck contest. Umpires picked out a free kick. It'll be Hahndorf's way once again. Big Ruckman Roberts. Will he go back and attempt the goal? He won't. Quick handball off to Jens. Great. Oh, he's taken after. Umpires decided it was as he kicked. So play on as they look to repel now the Rams. Quick footy is good footy. Down the other side. Wimpress, but the wind will just take that. Haven't quite adjusted to the conditions you feel in this second quarter, the Rams, Ben.
Yeah, a few of those kicks gone out of bounds on the forwards. Wind certainly picking up. We can feel it here in the not the coaching box, the commentary box. 4-7 to 2-2. Hahndorf lead. Luke Roberts dropped what he should have taken. Maybe he'll blame the wind there. Umpire looking around the action. Sam Williams goes to Troy Parker, balls with the helmet on. Kick forward, Landers to target. Dangerous position. Here's Xander. Goes back to Landers. Does he know Jaron Mail? Two left footers there. Eventually goes to Jaron Mail. Beautiful handball out to Xander. He goes this way, that way. Handball over the top to Tunkin. Inboard. Xander. Oh, look at that. That's sensational. Sells the candy and kicks the goal. Brilliant. Eventually the Magpies get out of traffic there and they finish with a goal to Xander. Great work. Of course, number 11 is Daniel Xander, and he kicks Hahndorf's fifth tonight. 2 goals to Ben Salt, 1 to Luke Roberts, 1 to Pedler, and now 1 to Daniel Xander, Jack.
Yeah, they're moving away on the scoreboard and they're moving away on the field. Slicing through the Rams' defensive 6 there. You have to wonder if the Rams coach will look to change a few things up. I've noticed they're still one-on-one in their back 6. Perhaps an extra man might be of use, but as it is, they're looking to go one-on-one with this strong outfit, and at the moment, the past few minutes, it doesn't look working. Ball up and down, midfield again, and we go, and they're loose everywhere. The Magpies, they're circling as they go inside forward 50 once again. First there is a Rams player. Head over the ball is the new signing in Schmidt. He tells his opponent to get off him. He's got a kick to take to get his team back in this game. Outer wing, perfect conditions. Ball to ground, held momentarily. Umpire says, yep, that's enough. That'll be a free kick going the way of Dodd. Hasn't seen much of it this afternoon. He kicks down towards forward 50. It's going towards the boundary. It's a great spoil as Hurigan couldn't quite get there in time for the marking contest. Elected to play the percentages and out of bounds.
Yes, indeed. Salute Better Solutions, Closties, Cube Logistics, Howard Vineyard and Hahndorf Old Mill as sponsors for the Rams. The Rams will get along to the Hahndorf Old Mill tonight for their presentations. Hahndorf's sponsors tonight: Rossdale Homes, Harcourt Adelaide Hills, Hagen Menzels and Hogan Insurance Solutions. And the Hills Football League sponsors, we'll get to them shortly. Meantime, ball inside 50 for the Rams and desperately need a goal from this situation. Could it happen? Across the face, a goal for a minor score. They go to 2-3, Hahndorf 5-7. Police Credit Union, Close Supermarket, Sharon, Rossdale Home, Sports Power, The Courier, Think Road Safety, West End and Sports Centre. And of course the product tonight brought to you by Sports Interactive, Filming Footy, Dartfish and Call It a Wild taking the stream as well on Facebook. We're also on Filming Footy YouTube. And at the end of the match, a pair of Archies will be presented to a player who's stood up tonight. Oh, Archer Connolly certainly stood up there and gave away the free kick. As we head into time on, Hahndorf 5-7, the Rams 2-3, heading towards half-time.
Now last behind from Dodd. He's got a couple of touches in the past few minutes for the Rams, trying to get his team back in the game as a small forward, being starved of service up in forward 50 for the Rams in this second quarter. They are 2-3-15. It's all Hahndorf 5-7-37 as they recognise the clock and click into possession mode in the back pocket. Towards the outer side. Strong contest and one down. Great tackling by Hahndorf. One thing they're known for is the ball comes into the middle of the ground as they look to attack their goals once again. Spills out nicely. Might be a punch, but it was well directed. Comes towards forward 50. One-on-one. The help's coming, but it might be too late. Dribbling towards goal. Just offline from Roberts. Great strength in that ball came to ground to take possession before the Rams support defence. We're back. Away goes Hollow in the long sleeves. He's run a fair way out of the goal square. Umpire. Oh, I was just going to say he allows him to go, Ben. But he didn't. And he points back and, well, I think if he measures that out, he'll find that he's not... Oh, the umpire has decided, no, you can't talk to me like that. And he's paid a 25-metre penalty, which will bring him pretty much directly in front. Just bit off a bit more than he could chew in that situation. You do see the AFL guys run another square every day and they perhaps run a bit longer. No 25, I was mistaken, so it'll be a tighter angle. The umpire's positioning just fooled me there as he was running himself back to the goal square. Meanwhile, it's Roberts who will line up once again. You've got to say, even though it was a mistake in a free kick in the end, Hollow having the right idea to get the ball moving and played on quickly. Well, the Hahndorf for the first quarter has just shown its head in the past few moments. A couple of easy shots going down as minor scores. They move along to 5-9-39, but still in control on the scoreboard, 2-3-15. No mistake there this time as Nairne bring it back in. Running too far in the test, bit of holding going on. Umpire says play on, taken quickly by Powell. He goes down towards forward 50, coming to meet it. Strong, Hourigan, you'd expect nothing less. Ball to ground. Oh, he shows a bit too much strength there. He's getting a bit frustrated, Ben, I think. The amount of service he's getting, it comes once in a while, but not enough for his liking.
Yeah, good work, Jack. Good call. 25 minutes gone. Hahndorf 5-9. 14 scoring shots to 5. Head into half-time. Rams still in it. Need a bit of change-up, though, at half-time because Hahndorf are controlling the tempo here. Assault, once again, dominating. We've got two targets down here. One Xander. Oh, look, they're all bursting into space. I was trying to take it to the mark there. Bursting was Thomas Roberts. And it's last touch, I reckon, here, Jack. So, opportunity for the Rams through Dylan Wimpress. Just need to stay composed here, the Rams. Don't want to let another one through as we head towards half-time in the contest. Interestingly enough, whoa, as Archer Connolly goes up, Joel Parker-Ball squeezes the ball out. Pedler drops the chest mark. Last time these two sides played at Hahndorf, actually Nairne were leading at half-time, and then Hahndorf went bang in the second half as they did majority of the period last year. Meantime, boundary throw-in. Luke Roberts wins it down to the helmet of Troy Parker-Ball, squeezes the ball out. That'll be last touch. And Wimpress once again. Rams just desperately trying to hold off here as we head towards half-time. And Wimpress will kick the ball in from that back pocket. Lights are on, as you'd expect. Nighttime footy.
The Giants have the tsunami in the AFL. Well, this is the tidal wave from the Magpies as they bring it once again back in towards forward 50 into the teeth of goals. Perhaps taking on too much. The tackle looked dangerous to me, Ben, and indeed the umpire of agreement. Hasn't that been a hot topic in the AFL the past couple of weeks? The care is with the tackler, and it might be frustrating for our Nairne fans watching, but the tackler must take the utmost care in that case, selected to dump the Hahndorf player into the turf. And it will be a shot for goal. Just as we were saying, they need to perhaps repel and not allow any more goals for this first half. Well, they've done just the opposite. Strong attack, strong tackle, but just too much. Coming in directly in front, you wouldn't expect him to miss, and Dylan Hopgood doesn't. There's definitely a line with his surname, but I'll resist it for now. But it was a great kick from Dylan Hopgood, who went back and converted nicely and extends the lead. So 6-9 to Nairne 2-3. And as Ben mentioned, yes, last time they played here, Nairne did lead by that solitary point at half-time, went on to be soundly beaten. Not the case, but can they turn the tables and go in at a disadvantage but come out all guns blazing in the third quarter? Stay with us to find out. Ball back in the middle, Ben.
Yep, 6-9, 2-3. Hahndorf leading. Goal kicker so far for the Magpies as the Ram looks to go forward. Here's Perling. After a strong pre-season by him, he's ready to go again. Magpies holding on here at half-back line. Joel Parker-Ball's got it to Jensch. Once again, the Magpies machine is rolling in this opening half. Looking for a free kick there was Tunkin, and he earns it. Handy recruit for the Magpies. As I said, some handy players to still come back into this lineup, including Trent Mail, Sam Hayden, Daniel Roberts, Jake Leake and Cooper Hoff, along with Adam Trenorden. So, holding on, says the umpire. Free kick to Luke Roberts. So Roberts will pump the ball forward, maybe the last forward entry for the Magpies for this second term. Desperately trying to hold on as Nairne's defence, a push-out free kick to the skipper tonight, Brock Knott. Ben Salt's kick 2. There we go. Daniel Zander's kick 1, Dylan Hopgood's 1, Luke Roberts 1, Henry Pedler 1. And for the Rams, Darcy Hourigan and Dalen Howe, only 1 goal piece there for Nairne. So, Jack, just your final thoughts as we head towards half-time. We'll have a bit of a break and then we'll be back with the third term. Your thoughts on the opening half? Hahndorf kicking into gear there with a 5-goal-to-1 term.
First quarter was even, wasn't it, Ben? As Hahndorf and Nairne both came out of the blocks after a solid pre-season and looked to establish authority. But Hahndorf really rose, their cream rose to the top in that second quarter and established a pretty comfortable lead, but not one that is insurmountable, as Nairne will look to perhaps change a few things and come out to overcome the gap in this second half. 6-9, 45 Hahndorf, 2-3, 15 at half-time.
Beautiful. Chilly Hills weather.
There we go.
Fucking hell.
Up there, it's crazy.
Middle of winter.
Nice. Oh, up there you'd be
Yeah.
going off almost. Far out. Goodness.
I look at my jacket when I was coming. I was like, no, we're still on summer.
Oh no,
Should be
when
the same
it
too, to be
turns,
honest.
it turns. Yeah.
Still
On the hill. Oh god.
Anyway, they got like 30 minutes in this one.
Yeah.
Why?
Extra
Still
time.
ticking, still
Extra.
ticking.
Yeah.
Depends. The goals kicked.
Like
and how long
injury
it
time.
takes
Yeah.
to get back to the middle. Yeah. Sorry, Ben, about
That's all right. Nice backdrop.
a few mistakes and stuff.
The what?
Nice backdrop.
Yeah.
Lovely. Yeah. It's really nice.
All right.
Mail
So
back in 33.
yeah. I'll knock again when we're.
Yeah. Cool.
All right. Enjoy.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Have some tea
Yeah,
or
no,
whatever.
no,
Yeah.
Oh,
That was good, wasn't it?
Not too bad. Not too bad. A few mistakes.
That's all
which I was
right.
like, fuck. So,
Nice work.
Called fucking Nairne Ureta there a couple of times.
That's
I was
okay.
not sure I had that one on the mind, but
Nice.
yeah, you got the players down pat, mate. Don't you?
Oh, I've been
you know who they are.
I know
obviously,
who they
so,
are.
Yeah. It's all good when it's kind of in front of me and they've got their backs and you see their numbers quickly, but when it's a contest on the outside, it's just like, fuck. Nah. No idea. Toilet. Would that be
Yeah,
rooms
that's the
there?
club rooms. Yeah.
I'll be back in a sec. Actually, sorry, Ben.
You're right. Okay, we're ready for the third term here from German Arms Oval in Hahndorf. 6-9 Hahndorf leading the Rams 2-3, and immediately that man Ben Salt once again taking the mark up in the forward line. And the Magpies once again will look to kick the opening goal of the third term, opening minute. So Salt. He's been on song tonight. Kicks it right to the line. Tall timber down there. Rams. They were held in their huddle for quite some time at that break, even after the interchange. So, not the interchange, obviously the halftime address from Dale Eichner. They stood on the ground there for a long time while Hahndorf were in position. So let's see how the Rams respond in this third term. Hopgood, meantime, kicks the ball long, strong, inside attacking 50. Good fist there, or was it a free kick? Oh, it's a free kick. Magpies way, is it? Henry Pedler, or Luke Roberts, I should say, who's done well so far in this match. He's already kicked the opening goal of the match. Has a few opportunities also to increase that. But Hahndorf 6-9, 15 scoring shots to 5. This opportunity for Luke Roberts. Similar start to the first quarter where he kicked the goal inside the opening minutes. And he drives it through the middle. So Hahndorf extend their lead now, 7-9 to 2-3. Just once again, salute Better Solutions, the sponsors for the Rams this evening. Closey's, Cube Logistics, Howard Vineyard and Hahndorf Old Mill. The Rams will be heading out to the Hahndorf Old Mill afterwards for their presentation. So they're the Rams sponsors. Hahndorf sponsors, Rossdale Homes, Hardcore Adelaide Hills, Hagen Menzel's is the match day sponsor, and Hogan Insurance Solutions. I'll get to the Hills Football League sponsors shortly, but in the meantime, Jack Moore will get us underway here. 2 minutes into the third term, opening goal there to Luke Roberts.
Solid ruck contest and taken in a heavy tackle. The tackle pressure is lifted after half time, and it wasn't low in the first half, but it's gone to a new level in this second half so far for Hahndorf as they look to really press the go button and achieve a match-winning lead. Ball down to forward 50. Salt comes out to meet it, met high perhaps. The umpire decides it was a fair tackle and taken down in front of goal, about 15 metres out.
Starting to get a little bit chilly here, Jack, isn't it, as we head into the third?
It'll be an interesting watch how we move into darkness shortly as the lights take full effect. Which team does best in the conditions? Of course, a 5:30 p.m. start. Twilight Footy, round 1. Hills Footy League here on Filming Footy and the Call of the Wild. Wherever you're enjoying this Hills Footy League match from, hope you're rugged up and enjoying some fantastic round 1 Hills Footy League action. It's Hahndorf 7-9, Nairne 2-3. Ruck contest, forward 50. Ball up, ball down, trickles out the back. Quick snap around the body, and it goes to about 5 metres out. Playing in front, best place to be. Mark taken, I believe the kick came in from Roberts.
He's taking the mark, yep, good call, Jack. And Sam Williams, the skipper, on the left boot, just kicking the ball forward. So Luke Roberts had some shots, kicked 2 goals. Opportunity for his third.
Thank you, Ben. Solid contested mark, easy conversion. Hahndorf extend their lead, and this is getting towards a bit of a floodgate period for Nairne. They've got to do something, otherwise Hahndorf have got their foot firmly pressed on the accelerator and they're going for the kill. And remember, they've got 5 players back for round 2, the Anzac Day clash in Trent Mayle, Sam Hayden, Daniel Roberts, Jake Leake and Cooper Hoff. And of course the signing from Sturt, Adam Trenorden. Still to come back into this powerful lineup, so danger signs for the rest of the competition if you're watching and you're linked with any of the other Hills Football League clubs. Hahndorf, if this first match in this first 2.5 quarters are anything to judge by, they mean business in season 2023.
Well, obviously last year's grand final left a bit of an imprint after they lost in double extra time. So let's see how they go in 2023. Only lost a few matches under Matt Golding. I think 4 matches in total. Yep, four matches in total, including that's a nice barrel actually. Second semi-final lost a few years ago to Lobethal, lost the grand final to Lobethal, also lost minor round matches against Blackwood last year and back in 2018 against Mount Barker. Haven't lost here at Pine Avenue. Another barrels attempted. Haven't lost here at Pine Avenue since 2016, I believe, against Uradler. So Nairne have never beaten Hahndorf. Going to have to pull out all stocks now with the Magpies pulling away. 17 scoring shots to 5. 6 minutes gone, third term. Lights are on. Beautiful conditions here from Hahndorf. Umpire gets us away once again. Landers. No Daniel Roberts tonight. Not. Snaps the ball to the wing. Here's an opportunity for the Rams on the wing. Connolly tries to get it to his teammate there. Powder tackler. And umpire says, I'll have it. So Dale Eichner wouldn't be impressed with the start here to the third term for the Rams with 2 early goals to Luke Roberts. Troy Parker bores the ball. Gets it to Xander. He goes to the half forward line. Here's Waterman. Pop over pass. And he kicks the ball up towards Duncan Rogers, but a good chop out mark there to Troy Parker Borsjack.
Indeed, as they come inside and look to switch the footy to the outer side, as we look at it in the commentary box. They're running it well out of defence this afternoon at Hahndorf, and it's just trickled along, dribbled nicely, got the ball back, did leak. He's going towards the forward 50, hands it off, and the entrance is good. It's deep, it's long, and just keeping it in. That's smart footy around the goalpost. Ball would cross the back of the goal line, and Coach Matt Golding in the pre-season preview did make mention of a number of younger players who are coming through in this Hahndorf lineup, and well, that's always a good thing to look forward to in second halves of games, especially round one, to run this game out and capitalise on big percentage, but not if they have anything to do about it. Nairne, it's a dropped uncontested mark, got his hands to it, now he's in trouble as he dove on the ball, lays a great tackle, and the Hahndorf player there dove on the ball, and perhaps Nairne should have been rewarded with a free kick. Umpire decides not. Up and down it goes, taken out of the ruck contest, didn't touch the footy, unrealistic. Free kick for Nairne, and the long sleeves there, I believe that's Archer Connolly. Unlucky not to win the free kick in the initial contest as the ruckman for Hahndorf jumped on the footy, but stayed with it, and one player who has not put his head down. And a credit, in fact, you've seen a lot of the Nairne players still going for that footy and attacking the ball. They haven't stopped believing an unlikely comeback is on the cards. This goal would really kickstart that. That's Connolly about 45-degree angle, 30 out, leans back, converts truly, and is the Nairne revival on? They would hope so. Some of the crowd hope so. They've got a few supporters here at the German Arms Oval. It is majority Hahndorf fans, as you'd expect. Ladies' Day here at Hahndorf Footy Club this afternoon, so a fantastic turnout as the weather turns. The rugs are out, but the passion remains for both sides. Bit of a meeting in the centre now between the Hahndorf on ballers, looking to get first use of the footy in there as Tunkin moves in there alongside Braden Hopgood. And Landers will look to give first use to his midfielders, of course. Harry Tunkin debuting after playing with the Glenelg under-18 side. So very good of him to force his way into the team. And there he is on cue, as if he heard me. Clearance out of the middle. Taken quickly onto the boot. Bounces towards goal. And that's Jaron Mayle who puts it through. Gee, that was quick footy. Electric footy. That's Hahndorf footy, Ben Goldfinch.
It is 2015 best on in the grand final. Very handy inclusion this season. And nice work there by Tunkin from the clearance. As you said, on board this year from Glenelg, former PAC product as well, originating from Millicent. Clever midfield forward. And we've seen a little bit of work from him as Xavier Parker Bors goes into the ruck. I reckon Landers just having a bit of a breather. So Parker Bors did a lot of rucking back up to Daniel Roberts last year. Well, he's supporting Jesse Landers tonight. Hourigan held on to. He's taken a mark anyway. Oh, hang on. It's gone the other way. Not sure what that was for, but in the meantime, holding on, says the umpire. Well, there we go. So Joel Leake kicks the ball from the defensive 50 out towards the wing. Duncan Rogers takes a good mark. That's no worries there. Cooley's on, no. Arnold, recruit this year, goes inboard under the pump. No time at all to think about that one. I reckon that was boundary throw in. Josh Dodd involved in the action. Got a similar look to Ben Powder Knight.
Just noticing the Hahndorf guys, they are not resting on their laurels at all, despite being up by 7 goals. They want every bit of the ball tonight. They want every decision to go their way. They're keen to really impress their coach. Clearance out of the ruck contest, and it goes to ground. Spilled on the ground towards there by the forwards. They attack the footy now. It's hard, it's fierce, it's strong. Well rolled in the tackle. Could have easily fell on his back, but the pressure remains on. It's going to be a ruck contest. About 30 metres out from goal, directly in front. Ball goes up, well thrown up. Arriving late was Connolly. Meanwhile, ball cleared near the centre circle. Ruck contest about 3 or 4 there. He puts the hand up. Was he taken high though? No. Umpire says you put the hand up, you elect to take the tackle on. You must dispose of the football. Did not do so. And biting off a bit too much there was Pedler. Kick, meanwhile, comes in. Forward 50, Hahndorf have the numbers. 1 to ground. Dodges 1, Dusty Martin style. And 1 out beautifully there by Xander. Meanwhile, ball's outside on the forward 50. Well spoiled was the Tripodi kick. And a dumping tackle. Well umpired there. Let the play go for an extra 3 or 4 seconds. Sometimes you see them pay the ball up instantaneously, but you must let the tackle finish, and the free kick was there.
It's happened twice now. So Tunkin with the ball, half back line. Just looking up the wing, is he? Or he's going to go, further afield. Tall Timber down there, Luke Roberts or Ben Salt. Take your pick. Off hands though, Rupchik. Rams looking to string some possession together. Dodd, I should say. Handball inboard. Here's a chance for the Rams to go forward, but Perling, he's done that. Oh, he's dropped what he should have taken there to go. Meantime, Joel Leake backs it up. Snap round the corner to the wing, but a chop out mark. I think that's Baden Willis. In turn, the Rams go forward once again. 1-on-1 contest. Good use of the body at the back of the bus. Here's a chance. That's holding the ball, stripped of it. Off hands. Yeah, that's what they were calling for, a throw, but it's gone through for a minor score. So the Rams getting some forward movement. Can't get a goal though.
Just going to mention, I think the umpire judged there that the ball was lost in the action of the tackle. That it was an attempt to kick, which is all you have to do when you have had no prior, Ben.
Good call, Jack. Meantime, Roberts is the target. Good spoil there by Rogers. Salt got the ball to Tripodi. Here's Tunkin. Gee, he's impressing in his first game. Kick forward, 1-on-1 contest. Dylan Hopgood, usually good in these situations. Equally good there was the Rams player. Great use of the body. I'll try and pick up that player shortly. Might have been Willis. Meantime, the ball's gone out to the wing. Here's Jamie Droom. He needs to impart himself in the forward line for the Rams. Inboard short pass. Arnold. Just slowing it down a little bit here. Hahndorf. Swiderski, youngster for the Ram, kicks the ball forward. Hourigan on the end of it versus his ex-teammate in Jensch. Great crumbing from Archer Connolly. Put this one down for a point. They're peppering, Jack.
They are. They're not out of this game. Strange to say that, being down by, 7 goals, but they still believe. And if it's belief that gets you back in the game, well, that's all they've got at the moment, because Hahndorf are firing on all 8 cylinders, and they are certainly a V8. Ball middle of the ground, attacked nicely, didn't dive on it, rather fell on the ball. Umpire agrees. Just noticed in recent times, Jens drifting back whenever Nairne do push up the field. His opponent runs up to be part of the contest, and so Hahndorf do have that extra man at all opportunities as they enter forward 50 once again. Coming out to meet it, strong tackle laid by Grivell in a dumping motion. But the umpire said he protected the head well enough, I think, and decides to ball it up. Strong in the ruck. Quick kick coming out of there by Jensch. Of the Nairne variety, it comes down to a strong contest, and once again clearing their lines, Hahndorf, but it's going to come back in. Quick play on Alexa Deal, but he's kicked straight to Xander, I thought, as the Nairne players arrive and are successful in calling a ball up. And just noticing the umpire signal to his fellow umpire to move through, so there's eyes on any leads that come out of the goal square as the ball was won. And strong tackle once again. Gee, he's been good, Tunkin, the former Glenelg under-18 representative. I believe played in a grand final. I'm not sure if they won that grand final in the Sandford under-18s comp, but I was reading that earlier this afternoon. Strong tackle, didn't take him on, put the arm out, but effectively got the handball away. Everything's under pressure, Ben. They're just absolutely crowding them at every opportunity, and no possession, no handball, no kick is easy as I speak. It's going to be a turnover, is it here? The ball's picked up, taken. Umpire says he had no prior. Dragged across the boundary line as Hahndorf, well, I wouldn't say they're shaking, but perhaps just getting a little bit too confident with their position in the game. And if Nairne can take advantage with a couple of easy goals, you never know as Xander, let's just say professionally, takes a step back across the boundary line there. Didn't show much intent, but of course not really a rule we see much in Hills footy, and again was pressured as soon as he got his hands on the footy. Ruck contest, Nairne go in, million miles an hour. Umpire decides to ball it up once again, really strong. Strong tackle from Sam Williams. One in the contest by Parker Burrs, doing his best in the ruck. Chopping out in there in this third quarter. Picked up quickly and snapped by Jensch. It's drifting towards goal. It's a fantastic fist right on the goal line by the ex-Adelaide Crow, Matty Jensch.
Yep. Rams, despite all their attacking, haven't got a goal in this quarter so far. Jensch goes a long, strong kick out of defence. This Magpies defence very tight as always. Here's Waterman, arches the back. Kicks the ball forward. Once again, kicks to a pack situation. Dodd under the pump, the Rams forwards. No space or time to move the ball. Here's Nick Jensch. Once again, he's corralled. And a turnover to skipper Sam Williams driving the ball. This is where the Magpies use the ball with perfection. Luke Roberts, he's just fell to ground there. Duncan Rogers, meantime. Rupchik squirts the ball out and earns a free downfield free kick. So a chance for the Rams once again to move the ball forward. Just need to use it with a little bit more system moving into the forward line.
On the outer side, calling for it, so strong Archer Connolly, we can hear him from here. He elects to go just short of him and finds Josh Freeman. Wanting it long is Drew, but not leading towards the ball. That's the problem. Meanwhile, ball goes towards a different leading option and they pile in once again. The attack on the footy from both teams has been a highlight this evening. German Arms Oval was Hahndorf tackle Nairne Bremer United on this Saturday twilight footy, round 1 Hills Footy League. Great contest at the source there. Great tackle from Bailey. Quick kick round the body. Clearance just outside forward 50. Gee, everything they do is under pressure. Smart not to tackle. Just apply the pressure. Getting in front, Drew. Oh, he almost brought it down. And again, Leake. Well, not letting anybody go tonight, Josh Leake. He's been fantastic on that occasion. It was Lockie Bailey who he brought to ground. Ruck contest, too strong. Brought to ground, or Drew wanted the handball, perhaps some late contact. Going towards goal instead. And the umpire will adjudge that to be a free kick. High contact against Josh Freeman. And that's going the way of Joel Leake. Once again, he's been in and under the past few moments in the long sleeves, patrolling that back line and setting a standard for Hahndorf.
Kick forward. Xavier Parker-Ballers goes to the new ruckman and sells him under pressure there in Landers. Rams getting repeat forward entries. 3-6. Hahndorf 9-10. Goal kickers for the Rams. Archer Connolly, Howe and Hurrigan. Sam Williams earns a free kick. As I said, got injured against Uradla late in the season last year. Missed out in the grand final. The skipper back in the lineup today. Good to see him back after the leg injury he had late in last year. So just slowing it down a bit here. Cameron Xander. So Xander, he kicks the ball half forward line. Salts the target, is he? Offloading across was Waterman. Ball hits the deck. Jaron Mail, clever. Over the top to Dylan Hopgood. How's the snap round the corner? Rams have had the ball up the forward line for the majority of this period. And Hahndorf go to the other end of the ground and kick a goal to the clever boot of Dylan Hopgood, Jack.
The one thing that just rubs salt in the wound, isn't it? You just give your absolute all to lock it inside 50, and we take a look around, and hate to say it, but a few heads are falling and hands on hips for Nairne as they've toiled away these past 5 or 6 minutes. All it takes There's one quick clearance, one quick kick in over the back. It was Hopgood who converted truly and extends the lead. 10-10-70. 3-6-24. A 46-point margin as Hahndorf look to pull away. Back in the middle, one down nicely by the ruckman in Knott, captaining the team this evening. Coming in strongly like a ram. Balled his way through. Living up to the team nickname, of course. It'll be another ball up in the middle of the ground. Perfect conditions. The wind has died down slightly in this third quarter, allowing both teams to use the ball truly. Quick kick out of traffic from Parker Boers. That's Troy in the headgear. Umpires picked out a free kick going the way of Nairne. Some relief from what has been a Hahndorf tidal wave. A bit of an onslaught in the back end of the second quarter, in the early stages of this third quarter. Strong up, offhands, makes a contest, but slews off the side of the boot. Gee, when they needed a really good entrance into forward 50, that wasn't the kick they required. Meanwhile, it's still in there. Hahndorf seemingly have a 3-on-1 everywhere they go at the moment, but this one's a 1-on-1 on the wing, and when they do it, it's always Salt, and Salt always wins.
Good win indeed. Tripodi. Little chip over pass to Sam Williams. So the former captain to the current captain. Long, strong to the line. Is that a mark there to Henry Pedler, I reckon, with the long sleeve? Xavier Parker Boers looks like he's going to come off for a bit of a rest. I think Luke Roberts coming on the ground. So just a little bit of frustration in the Rams forward line. Just a cleaner kick to Darcy there, and they could have had a shot on goal. But meantime, it's down the other end of the ground, and Pedler's got an opportunity here to further extend the margin. He's kicked one goal so far, make that two. So he joins Luke Roberts and Ben Salt, along with Dylan Hopgood, as multiple goal kickers for the Magpies tonight. They go to 11-10. Nairne Bremer United stuck on 3-6. Sponsors tonight for Nairne: Salute Better Solutions, Closies, Cube Logistics, Howard Vineyard, and Hahndorf Old Mill, where they'll be going for their after-match presentation. For the Magpies, it's Rossdale Home, Harcourt's Adelaide Hills, Hagen and Menzel's, the matchday sponsor, and Hogan Insurance Solutions. And I'll mention the Hills Football League sponsors shortly. Of course, tonight, brought to you by Sports Interactive, Filming Footy, Dartfish, and we're on Filming Footy YouTube and Call of the Wild and Jack Moore. 23-minute mark. Hahndorf in control here. Round one action from German Arms Oval in Hahndorf.
As we tick towards three-quarter time. Credit to Nairne, they try to stick to their game plan by using the ball with precision, but every little mistake and error, Hahndorf have made them pay with quick run, quick transition, and accurate kicking in this second half after a wayward first quarter. One out of the middle. Williams again, the strength he shows, leading this midfield this evening. It's hot in there. It's hot in the kitchen. Ball comes towards forward 50, just out of the reach of the forward down there. And Nairne, well, they can take a breath. They'd be looking for that three-quarter siren by the looks of things and the way this game has panned out in the third quarter. Down the commentary side of the wing. Big fly over the top. Landers getting up and get some freaking flying miles on that one as he goes back inside forward 50. Kick to the hot spot. 5 metres out from goal to Holder. A push. Thank you, Ben. It was a
Salt, I reckon's taking the free here, and he'd be on track maybe as a contender for the Archie's Thongs after the match, Jack. You'll get a photo with the winner of that.
If he kicks this, I dare say he'll put his nose in front. Oh, he'll put his whole head in front for the best on ground.
He's going for his third.
For his third to extend the lead. He was a bit wayward down that end in the first quarter, but not to be in the third. Hahndorf pulling away. Gee, the home fans are happy. It's Ladies' Day, as I've mentioned already here. So a big crowd at the German Arms Oval, and boy are they happy as Hahndorf pull away. 12-11 to 3-6. It's all Hahndorf, Ben.
Certainly is. Of course, Hills Football League sponsors tonight: Police Credit Union, Closey Supermarkets, Sharon, Rossdale Home, Sports Power, The Courier, Think Road Safety, West End, and Sports Centre. So, Magpies, good start for them. Of course, we had some convincing winners earlier today, Jack, which we'll get to shortly. Umpires just letting the Boundary Academy boy know where the position is? And not. Once again versus Landers. Not. Troy Parker-Bors, as he often does, ball style with strength, gets it out to Hopgood, who kicks the ball to the half-forward line, running onto it. I think that was Willis down there. It's on the wing now. Joel Parker-Bors, though, snaps the ball forward for the Magpies. They're on a bit of a charge now, extending that margin 12-11 to 3-6 as we head towards three-quarter time. Round one action from Hahndorf. Last night it was the Dogs getting over the Mount Barker Roos. And as I said, shortly we'll check out those other matches.
Indeed, as the ball's in the forward pocket. We heard from Bronte Hoff, of course, the president of Nairne at quarter time, and made mention they're trying to model the way they play and operate on Hahndorf. It'll be intriguing in this fourth quarter to see if they stick to their guns and try to play the same way or go back in their shells and perhaps some damage limitation as the scoreboard blows out. Other matches this afternoon, the Hills Football League, Mount Lofty 126 to Blackwood 45, an 81 points margin for Mount Lofty. Lobethal 108, Echunga 42, a 68 point win for the reigning grand finalists, the reigning premiers I should say. Uradler 119, Iron Bank Bridgewater. Cherry Gardens 30, so a margin of 89 points, all one-sided affairs. And last night, Ben, you were at Onkaparinga Valley for that encounter.
Yeah, it was Balhander Oval. Good start by the Roos, but gradually but surely the Bulldogs got on top under lights there at Balhander Oval for Friday night football, and they recorded their first win, obviously, for 2023. Only won one match last year, the Bulldogs, so good start for them as the Magpies look to go forward, but Nairne on the counter-attack.
Comes back, commentary side on the wing, and a strong mark taken in the contest. Hahndorf perhaps looked to take a few seconds off the clock as we tick towards three-quarter time. It's Parker-Bors of the Joel variety. Gee, it's a bit of dare and a bit of flair there from Parker-Bors as he kicks towards forward 50. Big strong contest coming in from the side. The Nairne player and the ball is locked up. It's taken up. They're up, they're down. It's like one of those whack-a-moles at the show. But they're back. The ball's back in the umpire's grasp. He decides for a throw up. 27 minutes just across that as the scoreboard comes into effect here. It's getting darker and the lights have taken full effect just about at German Arms Oval. If you're at home enjoying the match, hope you're rugged up. It's been a Hahndorf onslaught in this second half. Taken down on a strong tackle. Just protected the head, the umpire said. So, rewarded. Holding the ball, going the way of Nairne. And I think it's Ben Powell back there in defensive 50 it is. Looks out of options, Powell. And when you are, so often you do tend to kick across your goal to an uncontested mark. He's just racking up a few stats here, Powell. A quick couple of kicks and a couple of marks after the fantastic tackle. He's one that has not shirked the task all night. That kick is a bit short, having to get down low to take it. As we tick past 28 minutes at the German Arms Oval. It's Twilight Footy, Round 1, Hills Footy League. Hope you're enjoying the action. You'd be over the moon if you're a Hahndorf supporter. Ben, lots of talk and excitement about the way Nairne are going to play this season, and only one match against the powerhouse of the league, but some concerns?
Well, I mean, 3 goals on the board would be some concerns for sure for Dale Likely. It'll be interesting what he has to say at three-quarter time here. Just a bit of chip pass work here. Breaking down, entering the forward line. The forwards have been frustrated tonight. Some of the entries. Meantime, just zigging it around across the half-back line. Here's Kurt Waterman. 12-11, 23 scoring shots to 9 so far. Ben Powell takes the mark. So, transition play is all right here from Nairne. They break down once again, though. Perling, just his presence forces the turnover and a stoppage on the wing against Connolly as we head towards three-quarter time.
Up and down, flying in from the side. Landers comes in, didn't get an effective hit out away. Instead, comes down towards the Nairne end. But Hahndorf, they're running on top of the ground. They're running on air. The confidence levels are up. Was the mark taken just before the siren? It looked to be simultaneous. The umpire said, nah, that's it for this quarter. We won't put Nairne through any more hell than they've been in that quarter, as Hahndorf well and truly have the game in their keeping. 12 goals, 11 73, 3 goals, 6, 24.
And just the goal kickers, Dylan Hopgood 2, Ben Salt 3, Luke Roberts 2, and Henry Pedler 2 for Hahndorf. And the goal kickers so far for Nairne, well, it's only been 3, Darcy Hourigan, Archer Connolly, and Dalen Howe. And we'll go for a bit of a break now for Saturday night football. Magpies in control.
Back for the fourth quarter. Hahndorf and Nairne here at the German Arms Oval. Round 1 Hills Footy League on Filming Footy and the Call of the Wild. Hope you're enjoying all the action. Stay with us. This fourth quarter promises to be one of action. Can Hahndorf extend their margin and look to build percentage in the first game, or can Nairne show a bit of fight and come back into this match? And they've been held in the huddle longer in the past few breaks, which tells me that they're going to come out and try to fight this one out and play the Nairne way. It was 1-5-11 Hahndorf to 1-2-8 Nairne at quarter time. A wasteful Hahndorf in that first quarter kept Nairne in the match. And then the past 2 quarters for Hahndorf, 6 goals 9, 46 led Nairne, 2 goals 3, 15 by 31 points at half time. And that quarter was when the floodgates well and truly opened. 12-11, 83, 3-6, 24, a margin of 59 points as we get ready for the 4th quarter to become underway. Floodlights taking full effect. Hope you're enjoying the match as we look at the goal kickers. And Ben Salt has 3. Dylan Hopgood, Luke Roberts and Henry Pedler both adding 2 of their own, and Grivell and Xander on the scoreboard with 1 each. Jaron Mayle with that goal, not Grivell. Excuse me, after they swap jumpers at quarter time. 4th quarter underway, action in the Hills Footy League, Twilight Footy, round 1. The tackles have come in and they've been fierce all night. It's 1 out in Hahndorf with the early clearance. Going down towards Tunkin, who's been great on debut. Bit of holding going on, bit of shaking going on. Comes out to Tunkin. He's run on beautifully. It's a bit of tackle and it's taken in. Oh, it's a one-handed special, Ben Goldfinch.
That was champagne football. Absolutely brilliant. Bit of a fist there coming from Jaron Mayle to Tunkin. And I've got to say, he's had a great debut. They've had some clever small forwards over their time, if you think of Hankins and whatnot, but you know, PAC boy originating from Millicent, also Glenelg, clever midfield forward. That was a beautiful kick to Luke Roberts, and then unfortunately for the Magpies he's missed, but he slotted in beautifully across that forward line. Okay.
I think we'll focus more on the mark. Stuck up the Duke there, did Roberts. Couldn't quite convert, but we won't talk about that. Now bring it out. Oh, there's that man again. Or should I say boy, I don't know, but he's played like a man of wealth and experience, has Harry Tunkin this evening. Been one of their best, and I'll tell you what, if Ben Salt decides to have a bit of a quiet 4th quarter, this boy could rise above as best on ground. Of course, the Heat well and truly out of the match, but he has not taken a backward step. And he'll line up, 45-degree angle, roughly about 40 metres out from goal. A calculated approach, and just as I pump him up, he's gone and shinned it. Can you believe it? Of course he has. Nairne comes out, meanwhile, and once again, the hard contact, the hard body of Jack Kleeman. He was getting a bit of work done at 3-quarter time. He's come back and taken a beautiful intercept mark as he pumps it back inside forward 50. Hahndorf want more, but Nairne through Powell responds and repels,
as he will do this season. Numerous positions. Xander, meantime, queuing up Sam Williams, the skipper. As I said, fantastic to see him back out there after the leg injury last year. And there's Jaron Mayle hiding in the shadows here. Change of Guernsey 33 with Grivell. Just a few players like last night getting a bit of cramp round 1. So Jaron Mayle's kicked 1 goal so far. Have a feeling he might have been not leading goal kicker, but maybe leading goal kicker a few years ago for Hahndorf. Right up there, definitely. He's a fantastic creative forward. Sets them up as well, and he's always a good kick of the ball, and he's kicked his 2nd. So Jaron Mayle extends Hahndorf's margin. It's getting ugly now, 13-12. Nairne Bremer United 3-6. And sponsors tonight for the Rams. They'll be getting along to the Hahndorf Old Mill after this for their presentations. They've got Howard Vineyard, Cube Logistics, Closies, and Salute Better Solutions. For the Magpies, they'll be happy with tonight. Rossdale Home, Harcourts Adelaide Hills, Hagen and Menzel's the matchday sponsor, and Hogan Insurance Solutions. Hills Football League sponsors we'll get to shortly as we get back underway here. 4-minute mark. Scoreboard's lit up for the Magpies. 25 scoring shots to 9 so far. Dodd throws the ball on the boot once again. Here's a chance for Drew. Can he go in and kick a goal? Well, he can. Gives a little bit of life to the Rams, and that's his first since coming across. Previously at the Raiders and Mount Lofty. So a good response there for Nairne.
The one time they use him, he definitely converts on that occasion. He's been calling for the ball a few times. They've entered forward 50 and been, well, let's just say looked over. And that time he collects possession, finishes truly. Our HFL sponsors, of course, Police Credit Union, closest supermarkets, Sharon, Rosedale Homes, Sports Power, The Courier, Think Road Safety, West End and Sports Centre. To all you guys, thank you so much for your support as we enter another Hills Footy League season. Well, we thought this might be a competitive match as Nairne try to rise to Hahndorf's level, but Hahndorf have staked their claim as yet the one to watch again, as Lobethal did earlier this afternoon with a comprehensive victory as well. So both grand finalists stamping themselves as true contenders once again in season 2023. Remember, Hahndorf missing 6 players they'll have back on Anzac Day, including Mail, Hayden and the Sturt recruits Adam Trenorden, Roberts, Leake and Hoff also amongst that contingent. Ball comes down, meanwhile, to the outer side, the commentary side I should say. Strong mark taken. Luke Roberts has been strong all afternoon as Mail switches. They're looking to at least play the Hahndorf way still and find open players. They're willing runners. They're running all day, even though some would say the match is well and truly decided. But they're running for everything, and it's a sneaky little move into the pocket there for Hahndorf. It's that man again, as Ben Salt will line up for goal number 4, I believe. Has he kicked 3 this afternoon, Ben Salts? Comes in on a tight angle on the boundary line, but his teammates seem to like it. The umpire does a bit of a dance and moves away. It's funny, he's seen Harry Tunkin raise his level in this 4th quarter. He's decided, well, you know what? I want those Archie stongs. And he's put himself back in the conversation with a strong mark and strong rung, but couldn't quite convert on the scoreboard.
Kick out of defence. Luke Roberts once again takes the mark. He's been good tonight. Just missed a few, but kicked 2 goals. Good form. Kicks the ball forward. Jaron Mail. Good cut off. That's good. Nice intercept there. Dalen Howe. Just a little bit of info on Ben Salt. As I said, Adelaide Crows top-up player a couple of years ago. Had a bit of a shoulder injury last year at the pre-season. One of the great personalities at Hahndorf. Well-liked member at the club. Can play forward and back, and has beautiful skills and lightning speed. And we've seen that all night. He's kicked 3 goals, had a few other shots on goals, and he's in contention for the Archies tonight as not necessarily the best, but probably the best. Definitely one of the effective players on the ground. That's good double smother. How he's showing a little bit out there for the Rams. Dodd, can he soccer it or push in the back? No, not paid. Nice work there by Sam Williams. Holds the ball up half forward line. 13-13 Hahndorf. Rams 4-6. Drew kicked a goal in this term for them to just kick their second for the second half. Williams, he's wrapped up by the big man Knott.
One thing Coach Dale Eichner will take out of this match is the resilience and the commitment of his troops. Scoreboard not in their favour, but they've stuck to their task all game, and that's one thing no doubt he'll highlight during the week. Quick clearance as they take it away now, but he's bitten off too much there, Dodd, and it's coming back over his head. No leads on offer. Meanwhile, he goes a bit wider, and it's intercept mark to Howe. A few possessions in the last few minutes, Ben. He's really rising himself into this match. He wants a spot in this team next week in round 2. Strong tackle out of wing. And it is one thing that I noticed Eichner said in his pre-season quote about rewarding the group for wanting to play with the Rams. And he's been excited to watch the progress of their younger players who have also played a number of games in senior football. But there's also some depth to Nairne Bremer this year. So players like Howe and other players in this lineup will be wanting to stake their claim each and every week. And that provides, I guess, a stronger football club, a stronger lineup, a stronger senior team, which they hope will take them towards a finals berth this season.
Certainly. Of course, next couple of weeks off before we get back into it. Got the gather round in a few weeks at the Summit. Easter next weekend. Over the back. Luke Roberts, can he toe poke it forward for a goal? Swiderski mopping up. Oh, under the pump there was Damon Arnold. Opens it up for Tripodi. Gets a handball out to Luke Roberts. Just slips the ball onto the boot and kicks the goal. Little bit of dewy conditions there, but still manages to squeeze the ball onto the boot. And the Rams, once again, just having a few issues clearing the ball from the defensive 50. They'll clean that up over the next fortnight before they head into round 2. And Hahndorf extend their lead 14-13 to 4-6. Luke Roberts, think he's kicked 3 goals now tonight. If I have a look at the scoring sheet here. Yes, he has 3 goals for Luke Roberts.
I tell you what, Ben, this is Hahndorf round 1 after a pre-season and a bit scratchy. Well, they got the cobwebs out the way in the first quarter, haven't they? They haven't taken a whole game to get into the season. They're up and away, and they're about. And they're on the charge once again in 2023. But Nairne will take some positives. Their run has been good and their commitment to the cause. Handball back inside. Ball going towards forward 50. Long kick going down there now. It's looking like it's going to be a contest, but the fist comes towards commentary side and the chase is on. They're not giving up either, Hahndorf. They're looking for percentage. They're looking for a comprehensive win. They've seen the results of earlier today. They don't want Lobethal to be on top of the table. They want to be on top themselves as they go forward once again. Strong dumping tackle. And a ball up on the cusp of the forward 50. As Ben mentioned, a week off coming up for Easter. Then the gather round at Mount Barker. Join us there for Brisbane Lions and North Melbourne encounter, I believe. Ball is 1. It's a ball up once again. Umpire runs in. Pretty consistent job from all 3 umpires. Few opinions differing at different stages of this match. But they've let them play, and when they've let them play, it's been all Hahndorf. Kick comes out towards the outer side. It was Jensch. No real direction under pressure. Everything's been pressured this evening. Strong hands up forward once again. Let's see. It's what you'd expect from Hourigan. I believe leading goal kicker in Hills Footy League last season. I believe I saw that somewhere on the stats page.
Yep. Best and fairest for the Rams last year as well. He's kicked a few bags of hundreds for Hahndorf previously, so absolute sharpshooter. A little bit frustrated tonight with some of the service, but for the Rams faithful, hopefully they clean that up during the year so he can continue on his scoring spree. Obviously Jamie Drew's down there this year, so Hourigan. Joel Leake's done a good job tonight in the defensive 50 for the Magpies, but here's a chance for Hourigan's second.
Comes in, approaches nice, but the umpire dances across and awards it behind. And just looking ahead to round 2 for Hahndorf, they've got Mount Barker, which is another twilight fixture.
Yeah, it's Anzac Day, Anzac night.
That'll be a fantastic encounter. Join us if you can on Filming Footy or at the ground. That'd be great. Strong contested mark taken in the middle of the ground by number 35. That's Duncan Rogers as he elects to play on quickly. Steps back and takes the kick. Oh, great contest, but it's brought to ground. Players stayed down. More on that shortly. Strong tackle, not falling in his back. Does well to avoid that and falls off to the side as these two teams still not resisting the pressure. They're keeping it on, even though the margin and the fizz is well and truly out of this game. It's a great contest and great to watch here on Filming Footy and the Call of the Wild. Hope you're enjoying all the action. If you're a Hahndorf fan, you sure will be. If you're a Nairne fan, and plenty of bright lights to take out of this match and look forward to the rest of the season. They're getting Hahndorf out the way early, I guess would be the positive. Quick kick and the clearance is a turnover. Can Nairne establish a few goals in this fourth quarter and get the margin to reduce? Kick comes long and deep in the forward 50. Hourigan taken out of it. Umpire's seen just that. It's a Shepherd. It's going to go the way and he'll have a chance to make up for his miss moments earlier directly in front. You wouldn't think he would miss. He'll go back and perhaps convert his second goal and bring Nairne's tally to 5 if he kicks truly, Darcy Hourigan. No matter what, he competes. We've seen him come up the ground a couple of times. Frustration, but that only reflects commitment to the cause. If you weren't frustrated, you wouldn't be invested. Converts easily. Ripple of applause from teammates and fans alike, and it's good they're getting around him still, Ben, and they're just having a bit of a go at the half-forward pocket as some of the Hahndorf players have a few words, a little bit of banter. Never goes astray, but good that the teammates still get around him to provide a bit of a spark in this fourth quarter. In this second half has been all Hahndorf as they lead now 14 goals 13, 97 and 5-7 are the Rams. 37, ball back in the middle. Here's Ben Goldfinch.
Let's have a look at the forward line for Hahndorf. Luke Roberts down there, Henry Pedler, Jesse Landers, Jaron Mail. Half forward line, James Tripodi, just slotting back into the Magpies lineup tonight. So Good turn for the Rams. Kicked a couple of goals. 2 spearheads down there in Hourigan and Drew. Meantime, Magpies, new recruit Tunkin. I've liked his work tonight. Kicks the ball forward. Tripodi. Just talked about him before. Premiership captain. Dual Premiership captain. 2015 and 2016 against Uradla and Torrens Valley. So Tripodi just in front of us here in the broadcasting position on the half forward line. Kicks the ball. I reckon it's got the carry. That's a goal.
Ooh.
Oh, he liked it as soon as it hit the boot.
Umpire in perfect position.
And it's rushed through for a minor score. So the Rams clearing the book out of the fence is Smith. Here's Duncan Rogers. Kicked the winning goal after the siren last year against Mount Barker, if I remember correctly. He's got the ball in the defensive 50 here, though. Here's Waterman, one of the guns in the Rams lineup. Kicks the ball outside the defensive 50. Good spoil from the Magpies. Enables Sam Williams to go back to Hopgood, who has a flying shot at goal and kicks it out of bounds on the full. He was the player who actually spoiled that ball, so it'll be a clearing kick here for Waterman for the Rams. 16 minutes gone, 14-14 Hahndorf, 5-7 in the last quarter here from German Arms Oval as Rogers takes the mark.
And one good thing I guess, Ben, is that the gap to round 2, plenty of time for Nairne Bremer to go away, re-watch this match and perhaps find some answers and a way to attack round 2 as one of their players attacks that contest. Over the back it goes. They look to trickle the ball towards forward 50, but it comes back to Salt. He's back there at half back now, playing a James Sicily type role, it looks, as the ball comes towards half 50. Great first time pick up from Jaron Mayo. It's not going his way on that occasion, but it's gone his way for the majority of the evening as Nairne take it through the middle and Lockie Bailey. Great kick. He finds Darcy Hourigan and a bit of the fizzle. That's Connolly. My mistake. Apologies. As Connolly, they both have the long sleeves on, Ben, so it's tricky to make meat of mince when they're on the other side of the ground and the lights are on. The glare is coming across the sheen of the ground in these twilight conditions. It's well and truly night football now. He looks to go back and add to the gold tally. This will be 2 goals in a row for Nans. They look to restore some parity on the scoreboard, but not to be. It's just floating across the face of goal. Doesn't get any easier though for the Rams. They take on Uradla Districts in round 2, where they're back at home. That's a Saturday afternoon fixture. And just reminding you that Uradla had an 89-point victory over Ironbank Bridgewater Cherry Gardens earlier this afternoon. So the Demons have started in style in season 2023, Ben.
Yes, they have. Lights are on behind the goals from the car down there. Hopefully to turn them off. Last thing you want. Realise you got the lights on. RAAs have to be called, or whoever the other provider is. Of course, tonight brought to you by Sports Interactive, Filming Footy, Dartfish. We're on Call of the Wild Facebook page on the live stream, and also Filming Footy YouTube. Big weekend of round 1 action, Hills Football League Division 1 A-grade action. Country Division also gets underway in a couple of weeks. As we said, we've got Easter break, then gather round, then we're into it again. Couple of weeks for the Rams to regroup after this loss. Hahndorf, however, got some handy players to come back into the lineup, as I said, half a dozen odd, including Adam Trenorton, who's come on board this year from Sturt, playing in the Reserves Premiership last year, along with Ben Power, who's at Nairne this season. Low boundary throw-in, forward line area. Sam Williams didn't earn a free kick there. Ball working out of defence. Magpies attempted, flying shot at goal, and it's just gone through for a minor score there to Josh Freeman. 19 minutes gone, so Rams not blown off the park in this final term. 5-9, they trail Hahndorf 14-14.
Strangely enough, all Rams. Ball down that end of the field in this fourth quarter. They're looking to restore some parity on the scoreboard. Quick kick goes forward again from the Rams of Hahndorf. Bit of tackle pressure in the middle of the ground. That's what the coach would like to see. But the clearance is won. Strong bodywork down there. Has the umpire decided he's gone too early? Ball looked like it was within 5 metres, but the umpire didn't agree. Used the body to an illegal advantage, and that will be a free kick allowed to push the opponent out the way if the ball was within 5 metres.
Ram supporter, she's a bit frustrated. Das down there. Some interesting calls, but yes, how many has he kicked tonight? 2, I think, Das.
Yeah, he'd be a bit frustrated he hasn't had more. He's had probably a further 3 or 4 shots on goal, but hasn't been able to convert. So, no doubt, get back on the training paddock and fix up those woes ahead of their round 2 encounter with Uradler. It's a short throw in, shallow, but the boundary umpires have done beautifully this evening. I think Ben mentioned earlier they are academy boundary umpires, learning their craft and doing a beautiful job at senior level here in the Hills Footy League. As are all the umpiring team this evening, been on the ball. Tackle was fierce, tackle is strong and brought to ground. Once again, the fans have not left here. They are sticking around, being at Hahndorf. They're expecting and they'll be welcoming a Hahndorf victory. And as we tick closer towards time on in this fourth quarter, it's one they'll welcome and enjoy and celebrate late into the night. But the Rams looking to have a final say in this fourth quarter as the ball goes towards their goal. Their fans have hung around. They want some more goals on the scoreboard, but they're scoring in points. It's been all Nairne in this last 5 or 10 minutes. They moved to 5 goals, 10-40. And Hahndorf stuck somewhat, if you can say that, for being up by 50 plus points on 14-14.
Score at three-quarter time was 12-11 to 3-6. So Rams have added a couple of goals and so have Hahndorf. So a bit of a stalemate. Rams not blown off the park, as I said in the final term. Shot at goal here. I reckon that's Arnold. Right to the line. Here's their crummers. Snap around the corner. Dodd. He's kicked the goal. Has he? Yes, he has. So nice work there for the Rams. That's their 3rd for the term. So at the moment, outscored Hahndorf, I believe, in this quarter. Sponsors for the Nairne tonight: Salute Better Solutions, Closies, Cube Logistics, Howard Vineyard and Hahndorf Old Mill. As I said, presentations back at the Old Mill tonight for the Rams. For the Magpies, it's Rossdale Homes, Harcourts Adelaide Hills, Hagen and Menzel's, the match day sponsor, and Hogan Insurance Solutions. Hills Football League sponsors: Police Credit Union, Closey Supermarket, Sharon, Rossdale Homes, Sports Power, The Courier, Think Road Safety, West End and Sports Centre. Of course, the product tonight, Sports Interactive, Filming Footy, Dartfish, and we're live on Hills Filming Footy and Call It a Wild live stream as Sam Williams clears the ball for the Magpies forward, but Rupchik takes the mark in front of Tunkin. So just starting to click here a little bit, the Rams. Nick Jentz takes the mark. Lights are on. No rain tonight. Here's Harry Hollow. Starting to link up a bit better here, the Rams. Better signs as they head into this second round match against Uradler in a couple of weeks. They go to 6-10 at the moment. Hahndorf 14-14. Ben Salt, 3 goals. And also Luke Roberts, 3 goals. Multiple goal kickers as well. Dylan Hopgood and Henry Pedler. Multiple goal kicker at the moment for the Rams is Darcy Hurrigan with 2. And singles to Archer Connolly, Jamie Drew and Howe with a nice goal in the first term. Tripodi stripped of it there, and free kick for the Rams. Another opportunity to kick the ball forward here.
As you said, Ben, plenty of strong points in this fourth quarter for Coach Eichner to take into that round 2 match. The tackling pressure has been hot. Yes, Hahndorf perhaps could be, the cue could be in the rack as Dodd elects to play on, and it was a bit far out from goal in the first place. Needed all the meterage he could get from cutting the angle down, but unfortunately it's trickled out it's on the full, strongly over the boundary line. But as I was saying, yeah, some great positives in this fourth quarter. They've played better, it seems, when they've had front position in this fourth quarter in elements of that third quarter after the onslaught from Hahndorf. Brought to ground, surveying his options, and decides to kick down to a 1-on-1, but it's an intercept mark taken down there. It's Baden Willis decides to not overuse the ball and instead go short. The short kicks have been working, so something to take into round 2 and beyond for Nairne if they look to play possession footy. It's a style which ensures the opposition can't really attack them strongly and quickly, as Waterman on the outer side long-ranging kick, finds his target, goes back inside, bites off more than he can chew, and that's the kick that is going to undo all the good work from the uncontested play. Strong tackle, slung to ground, but responsibly, and rewarded as such. Holding the ball goes the way of Brock Knott. The captain's led from the front, goes down towards the behind post in the pocket. Perhaps not where he directed the kick to go in the first place, but as we tick well and truly into time on now, there mustn't be much remaining in this fourth quarter. The home crowd will go home happy at German Arms Oval. Ladies' Day here, a great success. We heard, of course, from Graham Casler, the president of Hahndorf, before this match, and he was up and about and really positive about what he expects from his team, and they delivered in spades in round one, Ben.
Certainly. I think I've missed a couple of goal kickers here in Hahndorf's lineup. Maybe Luke Roberts has actually kicked 4. But anyway, he's had a great night. Just missing 2 goals from my scoring here. Anyway, that's all right. Here's an opportunity for the Rams, meantime, down the other end of the ground. Darcy Hourigan, 1, 2, 3. No, not paid. Kicks the goal anyway. He's definitely kicked 3 goals now. 6, 7. And that's the 7th goal for the Rams, I reckon. Individual goal kickers for them, for Josh Dodd, Dalen Howe, Damie Drew, Archer Connolly, and Big Darce has kicked 3. So a handy return. He'll be looking for some more scoring power as the season progresses.
Spot on. Once again, thanks to our HFL sponsors: Police Credit Union, closest supermarkets, Sharon, Rossdale Homes, Sports Power, The Courier, Think Road Safety, West End, and Sports Centre. Always grateful for your support so we can bring you some Hills footy. It's Saturday twilight action, round 1. Kick goes down, forward 50. Tunkin on this occasion outmarked by the bigger body in Eli Rapcic. Haven't seen too much of Rapcic, but he's toiled away nicely for the Rams, and that kick is beautiful. In the middle of the ground, betting, gee, he's like a gazelle as he lopes across the middle of German Arms Oval, and the kick was precise. 1 to ground, gee, it's gone higher than it has longer as it comes down towards. The Flyers are up, the Flyers reach the ground, and now it's the umpire's domain as he decides to take the ball to his hands into his chest and call for a ball up. In the 27th minute of this encounter, round 1 Hills Football League action. Hope you've enjoyed all the action this evening. We're back, of course, for round 2 in a few weeks' time as the umpire has picked out a free kick going the way of Nairne as they clear to the outer side. It's all Hahndorf. Playing in front is where you want to be. Hills footy, beautiful night, crisp conditions. Playing in front wins you position most of the time as Nairne look to clear once again. They'll be pleased with their fourth quarter. Haven't been blown out of the water. Q in the rack, some might say, from Hahndorf. But Nairne have stuck to their guns, played the Rams' way, and they're getting some reward for effort. Perhaps kicking in danger, but the boot was there first. Umpire had judged that. One nicely, comes down, inside 50. Ball one at the ground level. The ground ball has been an important part of the game. Both teams have broken even, but when the game was up to be won in that second and third quarter, you found it was Hahndorf first, second, even third to most balls which were in dispute. Great positioning as well in that second and third quarter. You noticed Hahndorf and Jentsch indeed leading that back line and pushing a loose man back whenever they felt the Rams had a bit of attack and a bit of guile towards the way they were playing. That occasion, the attack and the guile was there. The quick hands, that's the way forward for the Rams. If they're to attack and get wins on the board in 2023, you imagine possession footy and hard-running efforts.
Just a few comments on the Call of the Wild, as we like to do. Liam Brown, is this Division 1? Yes, it is, Liam. Division 1 Hills Football League action. And the great man, Jeff Pistola, he's enjoying it. Watching it, Unley must be there with the stirred action as well. He said, no Keith White artwork. Not that I'm aware of, Jeffrey, but maybe later in the season. But beautiful conditions here at Hahndorf. Lights are on. And it's going to be the Magpies getting their account underway for 2023, and multiple goal kickers. We'll get to them shortly, but got to get a photo too with the Archie's winner. So wrapping it up, Jack, convincing win in the end for Hahndorf, but a good final turn for the Rams.
A convincing win in round one of Hills Footy League for the Hahndorf Magpies. 14-14 they finished on. They were 12-11-83 at three-quarter time. So Nairne did indeed win that fourth quarter. They kicked 4 goals to Hahndorf's 2. Nairne finished on 7-11, so they added 4 goals, 5 to their tally in that fourth quarter. And that's 53, 7-11-53, 14-14 Hahndorf. They remained on that score for the second half of that final quarter. 14-14, 98. Nairne Bremer United 7-11-53 in what could have been more of a one-sided encounter had Hahndorf had converted a lot more opportunities. But credit to Nairne, they kept the way they wanted to play true in that fourth quarter, and well, that's the way that they're going to make strides this season and perhaps push for a finals berth. Round one, the earliest of early crows, but Hahndorf look like a challenger and a contender, as obviously many predicted, but a few new names. And a reminder, they've still got 5 important inclusions to come in for that round 2 match, including Adam Trenorden, who has experience with Sturt in the SANFL. So they're going to go from strength to strength. Of course, round 2 not for a few weeks after we break for Easter and the gather round in the AFL, with a match, of course, happening at Mount Barker in that AFL gather round. So good news for Nairne. They have time to go back and train up and prepare and hit the ground running in round 2, but it's all smiles for Hahndorf. Their coach wouldn't be over the moon with their the way they started this match, Ben, in the first quarter. There's plenty to work on still for Hahndorf, even though it was a comprehensive win.
Yeah, Matt Golding, he knows later in the season where they want to get the job done, but good start for the season for them. Multiple goal kickers for Hahndorf tonight. Dylan Hopgood, Ben Salt, Luke Roberts, 3 or 4 for him. Ben Salt, I think, with 3. Jaron Mail, and also Henry Pedler. So good stuff there for the Magpies. Goal kickers for Nairne: Darcy Hurrigan 3, Archie Connolly 1, Jamie Drew 1, and Dalen Howe 1 as well. So that's a wrap up here. Nairne's sponsors tonight were Salute Better Solutions, Closey's, Cube Logistics, Howard Vineyard, and Hahndorf Old Mill. And for Hahndorf, it was Rossdale Homes, Harcourts Adelaide Hills, Hagen and Menzel's, and Hogan Insurance Solutions. So, Jack, good win in the end for Hahndorf. And that's done us here from Filming Footy and also Dartfish. Thanks very much, and Sports Interactive. So until next time, keep kicking your goals, as Pistol says.